Wow, man. If that doesn't
So
get
good.
you up, if that doesn't get you tapping your foot, then I don't know what you're doing. Good evening.
Ah,
Man, that was
that's a
nice.
good. You know what? I was like, oh crap, he pushed the wrong button, and I saw your face when when I switched the countdown. I was falling asleep to the first countdown, so
I didn't know what I'm just push. I'm like Dennis the Menace for you all who remember. Yeah, I'm just pushing buttons here. One way it's gonna work. So, hey, good evening, YouTube. Good evening to our Twitter fans. This is post Halloween show, November 1st. 2 more months until the end of the year, and we're going to slide right into 2023. It's been an interesting year for everybody on all accounts and everything, and we hope everybody is doing well tonight. We got a whole bunch of various things to talk about, and who knows if we're going to talk about them, but we're just going to have some fun tonight. And you guys want to yell at us, talk about something, you know what to do. Put it in the chat. So, Molson.
yeah, we got some guests coming on tonight too. I know we have Jason from Ham Radio 2.0 wants to come in and talk with us about some stuff that's going on, and I've started to invite some guests. We are missing part of our family, guys. You know, the fact that we have jobs and other commitments is really hindering our show sometimes. But you know, I guess it's part of the price. You know, you got to pay. So.
Hey, listen, what do we want, sir? So we all know, man, family and family first. Job is first, man. This is a ham radio. This is all for fun. You never blow off anything to go do ham radio. That's not cool, man. But
well, you know, there's some people who go to a wedding with a ham radio shoved in their suit jacket.
That's different. I've done that.
It's not blowing people off, but it's, you know.
No, but I've done that. And Mark in the chat, N1MMO, Mo will tell you we were at his wedding, and we were all on Simplex, you know, working from the different tables.
Oh God!
Very respectfully, though, we were very respectful. I wanted to give his grandmother a radio to say hello, but anyway.
You talking about Mo?
Mo. Well, look who's back. Look who's.
Hey,
What's up, ladies?
hey, cleaned up your shack. Nice.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know, things
Get all that extra time on your hand.
Extra time to when you no longer have a job. So.
Oh man.
Ooh, that's so good.
Man.
Dude, you know what? I came here to be all happy, and then here you bring the Debbie Downer. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
So,
yeah, we're sorry
to hear that.
No. So my last day is the 17th. It is what it is. I saw it coming. So
yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, you just have to move to Canada and find a job.
How much you paying?
Not enough.
Jesus.
Oh, we got some
already got the bots.
friends in the chat. You got them? All right.
I got one.
Hey, it's what happens when you become, you know, you have more than 20 live stream.
What's this? Is somebody reaching out for me? The answer is no.
Yeah, don't click that link. Whatever.
Don't click that. No. Well,
so,
listen.
Steve, how was your week, man?
Yeah, that's what I want to
know. Week's been good. You know, I've kind of gotten to that don't give a rip attitude at work, and you know, because they still expect me to show up, but you know, it's like do this, do that. No, somebody else can do that now.
And what do they do on the way out? Do they search you to make sure you're not stealing toilet paper and pencils? I mean, what's
dude? They buy one ply. Why would I bother?
Hey, toilet paper is a hot commodity.
You stick that in the back of the truck because emergency knows no holiday. But yes, no, for around the house.
Wipes.
No.
Dude wipes.
Hey, let me tell you, dude wipes is it, man. Let me tell you something. That's for kings and queens.
There you go. So,
what about you, Shane, man? Or you still got more to go? Go ahead. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, no, I've got the Step IR up.
Yeah, we saw some pictures of that, man.
It's airborne. I've got to drag the cables around into the shack, and I'm working on a little bit of a remodel in here, so we'll get it all laid out.
What are you doing for feedline now with that?
That one I've got ABR 400 or ABR 240. I don't remember. one of them.
And what are we looking at? About 100 feet, maybe 75 feet.
So I did 75 feet,
Mhm.
not realizing that the tower's 50. So I'm like 30 feet short.
Oh,
Oops.
You just had to put it. You just had to put an antenna switcher at the bottom of the tower.
Well, no, I'll just put a lightning arrestor at the bottom of the tower and do
Oh,
a
yeah.
jumper on that.
you'd always do that. That's
True,
not a
true.
bad idea. Now, as well as rotator cable too.
The rotator cable's already run. I have, and the rotator actually works. I do have it wired up here in the shack. So, got
Hold on,
that
you
done.
you said hardline?
No.
Okay.
ABR.
ABR, okay.
I ain't got that kind of flex, bro. Yeah.
I know, because the first thing that came to my mind when you said any wire or coax, because you have a telescoping one, right?
I do.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that must be. Have you tested it, like collapsing the sections and how your cable is going to move?
So it's currently collapsed. I've got the cable looped on the outside, and I've got it laid out to where even when I crank it all the way up, there will still be a little bit of a loop on the outside. I just need to hang a weight on the cables so that they all come down together.
Okay.
So that's what's going on in my world. How about you guys?
Shane?
Oh, pretty good. It's the classic get ready for winter, so I start 3 different home remodeling projects all at the same time. So my house looks like it threw up on itself with everything drugged out. My garage door's missing temporarily, and fascia's coming off the garage and the side of the house, and winter's going to be here before you know it. So I think I kind of took off a little more than I could chew, but that's what you do.
Well, wait, Shane, you want to talk about winter? My house already looks like Christmas threw up in it. Literally, my wife has already decorated the inside of the house.
Oh man, no, hard no. Wait till
What happened? But wait a minute.
Yep.
I thought the memo
Thanksgiving.
says the day after Thanksgiving is.
Yep. That's the way
I
it
know
is around
Walmart.
here.
Listen, I was in Walmart the other night or the other weekend. Guess what? They didn't get the memo.
No.
That I understand. That I understand. But
Well, okay. In fairness to
Nope.
her, she works retail.
okay. Okay.
She had 4 days off together, which is a rare commodity.
True.
She made me get the stuff down, and I said, "It's your domain, babe. Do what
Yes,
you want."
dear. Yes, dear.
So,
When most people go out Black Friday shopping, that's when I'm setting up the tree and putting up the lights and that kind of crap.
that's when I take care of the outside decorations.
Yep.
And I've got some plans for this year if I can swing them. So, a little bit of an aviation theme with inflatables.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
we
line up.
put
The
away all
correct
the
answer is
Halloween
always
stuff
yes,
away.
dear.
Yes, dear. Correct. And I mean, we put away the Halloween stuff today, but anything that has like leaves, still that fall look, that's still, in my book, that's still okay. Then day after Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
you do your cutover.
Yep.
Now,
Harvest
Steve, let me
stuff.
ask you, when is takedown though?
Whenever she says it's takedown.
So it's not January 1st.
Depends on work schedule.
And I know for a lot of the Italians, they wait for Little Christmas, which is about a week or two afterwards. I mean, everyone does it.
right
Everyone does it
after
a little bit
Christmas.
different.
No.
Everyone does. I would say everyone does it different. I know people by the 28th of December, the 30th, they're done. They don't want to see a. They don't want to see a ho ho ho.
If I had 67 feet of incandescent lights, I might try to tune them up with a 49-1. Yeah. See how much power we can put through it.
Yeah, just start off on low power first.
For me, you guys, it's like the latest I can put them up and the quickest I can take them down is the best, because I get sick and tired of it so quickly. Especially we do like a real Christmas tree, and like the needles only, even though you water the tree, it only lasts so long before it's everywhere.
Right.
But it's like it's into the second week of almost like the first week of December, and then it's off right at like 2 days after Christmas. Everything's down because we get ready for New Year's. But
Well, see, if you get the color change lights, especially on the outside of the house, you just turn them pink for Valentine's Day, green for St. Patty's Day, keep it going year round. Why not?
The pastel colors for Easter.
There you go.
So Lone
So-
says February 1st, city ordinance down. What do you got? Like Joe Brett running around giving out tickets and for city ordinance violations?
We used to when I was younger on the corner. My parents had a corner lot, and we had a huge pine tree. Like it looked like a Christmas tree on steroids. It was, I think, about 50, 60 feet tall. And they used to get a boom truck to come in, like one of those hydro guys.
Nice.
And they used to get all the Christmas lights
Nice.
all the way around it in white. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. And then the top fell off in one storm. So, but still, they
A friend of mine, for a while, he had a full life-size nativity scene. So then on Thanksgiving, he had them dressed up as pilgrims and Indians, and Halloween they're dressed up as ghouls and everything. And then Christmas is the manger scene, and then New Year's there's Baby New Year and Old Man Old Year or whatever it is. So he kept that thing going through the whole holiday season. Really pissed off his wife, but the rest of us thought it was cool.
Hey, a
What about
lot
you,
of our
Izzo? How's
friends
your
are
week,
in the
man?
not bad. Kind of went back to work and everything. I'm on a crazy work schedule for this week, but just hanging in there. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play really any radio. I did some moving around with stuff, but couple things. So where is it? Tonight's cigar, guys. This is from J.C. Newman. This is the inch. This is if you guys like Nicaraguan, all Nicaraguan, and I mean all, baby. This is a great cigar, great price. Go check out your local retailer if they have them. If not, ask for them again. J.C. Newman's. I love this entire line. They're in my opinion, a good smoke. But we all know everyone's palate is different, so just don't go by me. So, I got to send some props out to a buddy who I met a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago. His name is Kevin, K0KLB. And I was fooling around a couple weeks ago. He created a QRP weekend contest, something really informal. Just get out and go play radio, right? Stuff that I like. And he wanted you guys to measure, or he wanted the participants to measure your QSOs in distance based upon your various bands. So I was able to make some contacts on 10, 15. I made some on 17, but they didn't count. 20 and 40. But this one here was on, I believe this was 20 meters into Spain. And again, conditions were just right. I was using my off-center fed dipole, 10 watts. For those of you who are still playing with QRP and learning, yes, it can be done. I'm a true believer. It's about propagation and it's about using the best antenna that you could possibly have. So I want to, and this is not about what I did. We have Kevin coming on in a few weeks. We're going to talk to more about him. He is an incredible, fun guy playing ham radio in the center of America on the farm, playing off his John Deere, working his 5 or 10 watts. I'm not sure who's minding the farm when he's playing radio, but this guy is loading up combines and he's loading up all sorts of farm equipment as well as regular antennas. But this is, in my opinion, this is what ham radio is about. It's not about me getting this award because you guys know I'm not about awards. This is about the guy who took the time to create the award and send it on top of everything else he's got going on in his life. He wanted to thank us for participating, and that goes a whole lot in my heart. So I sent them a message, and I say it very sincerely. I may have won this, or I may have received this via QRP, but Kevin's heart is QRO, and that's what we need. We need more guys like this in the hobby doing stuff like this and promoting stuff like this versus talking about the angry people in the hobby. And we're always
sure.
going to, but we need to just keep spending more time on promoting the good people in this hobby. Yeah, we'll spend 10% bashing the assholes, but that's that's how it is. Well,
See, I was trying to behave tonight.
well, it's true. It's true. Let's see.
Shane, that reminds me. I need a beer. I'll be right back.
Yep. Did anybody do anything this past weekend with the CQ Worldwide DX contest? I did not.
You know what, man? I kind of kicked myself. Sunday night was the first time I sat down over the whole weekend, and I saw somebody talking about CQ Worldwide either on a tweet or something like that, and I just no, you know what it was? It was there was a guy doing a live stream on TikTok on Saturday night and Sunday night, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was this weekend. I didn't even know. We didn't talk about it last week, guys. I'm gonna blame the Ham Radio Clubhouse because
Well,
you didn't
let me
you
tell
didn't
you
do
something.
that.
All right, let me just quickly say about last week. Last week was a show that you cannot, in my opinion, you cannot listen to on podcasts. We appreciate everybody who listens to our shows on podcasts, but the visuals of last week,
We're brutal.
and I don't know whether I want to blame Joe Brett or do I blame myself because I fell into Joe Brett's trap. But Molson, I have to commend you because I received a couple emails, a couple text messages, and everyone said you and Shane were incredible. That you were able to keep a straight face and keep it going while Joe Brett and I were just getting in our groove. And you
Somebody had
were
to be the adult in the house.
Yes, somebody had to be the other. You babysat for an hour and 45 minutes or so.
Pretty
But,
much.
Um,
I still
we
didn't
have.
get your pronouns though, but you'll have to give that to me later.
Oh my God! Let me tell you something. There was one joke. There was one joke in there that was fantastic. That ran for a couple days privately, and it was just nonstop laughter. But we had a good time. But yes, we forgot to talk about. I know next weekend or this coming weekend, November 5th is the ARRL CW sweepstakes. So for all you CW buffs out there, you're going to have your chance to tear up the airwaves.
Mhm.
You know.
So I want to know of the people who are in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you participated in the CQ Worldwide contest last weekend.
Yeah, let us
Must
know
have
what you
been.
did.
How are the bands? Do you guys know? Listen, guys. I feel, dude, life's been busy. I haven't been in the shack much over the last little while.
Are you
Yep,
still working?
and
Are you still working on your sister's house, or is that project all done?
yeah, no, it's still going on now. It's
Yeah, yeah.
into
Never-ending
it's
project.
Yeah, no.
it's into finishing now. So
Gotcha.
That's the
yeah.
never-ending project. Come
Finishing
on.
doorknobs and dead bolts
I
and
am I'm
you know
building her a kitchen.
nice.
I have to install the hardwood floor, which is coming this week. I have to install doors, and I got to make the staircase. And then I think my mayonnaise done. I think I'm done after
Press
that.
2 in the chat if you need a home reno, and we'll hook you up with
Go
Molson.
away. Go away.
Man,
He's
we're gonna
like,
keep
nope.
you busy, dude. We're gonna keep you busy. We're gonna keep that hammer hammering.
Well, I got the 2-meter rig set up on the motorcycle, Bluetooth.
Nice.
This weekend, I have a charity bike ride in town that I'm the only motor marshal for,
Mhm.
but I'll be in contact with all the support and gear vehicles as well as race control. So, thanks to Ham Radio.
That's
That's
important.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, just to go back to, there was a couple live streams that I watched on for a couple seconds on TikTok, and they were live, and there were some good viewers on TikTok. Like I'm talking 200
Wow.
on one of the live streams I watched. And so and you have to realize that TikTok is a whole different generation for the most part that it's reaching out to. I know we say there's a lot of different thoughts on it, but as a platform, but it's mostly I would say young people like 30s, young like us guys, for the most part, younger generation, and that's I would say it's probably being a pretty good advertisement for ham radio. Now, practices and other stuff, I don't know, but just getting it out there because there's 200 people watching the face of a radio and a guy at the screen with his logging software, and pretty impressive. Doesn't make the same as the poker shows. There's one poker show was like 7,000 viewers. I've been watching it Sunday nights because I like watching poker. 7,000 viewers live, but one day ham radio will get to 7,000 viewers live.
Molson, there's some guys are putting in some suggestions here of yeah, once again, Jody's always good. Win a date with Molson, the renovation. Something. this is where we ought to be called. The 600-pound or 1,000-pound sisters move over. We got the new show right here. Date my contractor. And we'll bring in contractors who, the plumber, the carpenter, the guy who only does the rugs, maybe the curtains and the upholstery guy, maybe the pool guy, and we're going to see what girl we can match with that contractor. And meanwhile, her house is going to get fixed up. And maybe we'll find some mom who's going through some hard times, maybe got 3 kids, and you know, but Jody's always thinking for us.
Wow.
So.
Listen, look at what Pat says, because Pat's on TikTok. I imagine that's when he did his photo activation the other day. He got 19,000 views live. I don't think at one time, probably not consecutively, but over the duration, he probably got 19,000 times.
That's still very good, though. That's still cool.
I don't know, unless he's saying 19,000 consecutive viewers. I don't think he is. Clarify that, Pat. But that's pretty cool. Like it's a whole nother medium to put stuff out. And Shane's saying that last month was the biggest month for the podcast version of our show, over 1,000 downloads. Thanks to the podcast listeners.
Thank you, listeners. We appreciate everyone listening, having fun, laughing, and driving safely, or walking around the home and the office safely while you're listening to us. So,
Plasma says plumbers ? Say no to crack. My friends used to call me Dr. Plumber. Because my crack always shows, and I wanted to be a doctor, so they call me Dr. Plumber. That was
all right, Molson. Now that you're
nickname.
Molson, I say this seriously, but I'm also going to throw kind of a jest in there. You are an executive with your company, and I picture you putting on the suit and the tie, and these executive meetings.
Don't bring my business, my work into this show.
However, when you're working, though, do you just revert back to old days of strapping on the hammer belt, and you got this around your waist, and
I go to work in jeans and a t-shirt, man. That's what I go.
Black t-shirt.
99% of the time.
Do you run the pencil? Do you run the pencil up in the air?
No.
How about the tape measure on the side?
Sometimes.
Is your tape measure in metrics, or is it American inches?
Both.
And do both.
Both. It's one side is metric, one side's imperial, or standard. Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else you want to know? You want to know if we have 2 plies of toilet paper or 1 ply?
No.
Because we have 2 ply.
What particular
$5 stuff? Huh?
What particular drill would you recommend? The Milwaukee? Do you like the Makita? Do you like whatever is out there right now in the big box stores? What do you like?
It depends. Honestly, you really want to know?
Yeah, seriously.
I would say 99% of the time, the cheaper drills go a lot further. And the reason why is because most people drop their tools over and over. So if you're on a job site or you're in your shop or whatever, they fall. And so that wear and tear, if you're talking about something that's easily replaceable, that's one thing. For instance, like a router, which is a tool that you can buy at any hardware store. We have some that are, one type of model. It's a smaller version that are $500 a piece. And then there's some that are the rigid ones that are $90 a piece. The rigid ones are better at $90 a piece. So
really,
yeah. So it really depends. There's a lot of factors. It's not easy to just say this one's best. I think a DeWalt would be good for 99% of consumers.
I didn't know if it had to do with with the 18-volt battery versus a 24-volt battery.
They're all 20. Like most of them are 20 volts right now. I think
20 volts. Brushless motor, non-brushless.
I think it's all going towards brushless motors right now. So honestly, it's consumer. Just do your research. I can't advise, but for me, 99% of it's DeWalt. I think we have over 20 cordless sets in one of the shops, and it's all DeWalt. Just dollar return on investment.
Yep.
That's,
ROI. That's where it's at.
Yeah, and what happens is that when the batteries die, you're just better to buy a whole new kit. So, you have to realize that some of our guys are putting 3,000 screws in a day, right? So, depending, we're not always using cordless. We use air chucks, all kinds of stuff. So depends on what we're doing. It's not an easy answer to give. So
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I don't want to go there.
I'd rather not talk about my work. I'd
Okay.
rather not. I come here to get away from
All
work.
right, then let me talk about Scout. Scout.
Yes,
what
sir.
tools you like? What tools you like?
I don't know what for what.
You tell me. Just for every day, I got to go hang up some shades.
Yeah.
I want to hang an antenna up in the air, but I'm going to put it in permanently, and I need to put something into a tree. It's my house, my property. One of those things.
Yeah, I use Milwaukee, Ryobi, but whatever's on sale. I really don't pay too much attention. Like Molson says, if it's cordless, I work it until the batteries don't work anymore. And like you said, you can get a new battery pack for $95, or you get a whole new drill for $105. So I just
are you kind of conscientious? Good.
We talked about that mentality. I think it was I talked to you guys about Walmart and how they want products in a certain price bracket because consumers would rather throw them away and replace them than go through the warranty process. There's like a dollar figure that they've studied, right? And it really comes down to that, where it's just they'd rather sell you a whole new, like the price is just you just throw away what you got and you replace it with new. And
well, here's what's going to happen.
A lot of places do, like when they offer like an in-store, 10% rebate or whatever. All you gotta do is fill out the little card and mail it back. 99% of people won't bother doing it. That's where they
that's for a lot of reasons, because they don't want to be tracked either, because sometimes that data gets sold. Okay, here's the other thing too. Sometimes you'll get through marketing or the salesman on the sales floor will say, hey, you really should have 2 or 3 extra batteries, because nothing is worse. They're going to give you the pitch. Now, here's what happens to the average consumer. Those 2 or 3 batteries are not going to get used, or they're not going to cycle them properly and run them on a regular basis. And guess what's going to happen? Over a couple of years, they're going to be worthless. And then what? So what's going to happen? Just like you said, Molson, they're either going to be buying more batteries, but then they're going to say, oh, wait a minute, for the price of a new set, I can get a brand new drill, the newer model.
Well, and Ape just brought up a good point about any tool, I think, but most people hardly use their tools, so it might not be worth buying the top of the line. I would 100% agree with that. Yep. I think DeWalt, I think Dixie says she uses Ryobi. Like there's you would laugh, but we would sometimes, like, you can cut aluminum with a regular chop saw, right? Like a miter saw. So like extrusions and stuff like that. But it's hard on the machines. And we had an old Ryobi chop saw that was just lying around. That thing lasted longer than a Makita $1,200 or $1,400 chop saw. Yeah, sometimes it's in a little intricacies. Like one of the things with Makita chop saws are miter saws. So if those who don't know, it's the one that you start and you pull down to cut your moldings and stuff like that. Is just like the locking mechanism for keeping your angles. Makita's is like a simple pin that just it sucks. A $1,300 chop saw, and it's the worst. It falls apart after so long. So that's where DeWalt has a nice locking mechanism. So like a lot of times, like there's a lot of like, oh, this brand is better, but some of their engineering is just brutal. And for guys like us or anybody in the trades or plumbers, electricians, your tools, that's the test of time, right? Like when you use them daily. And so like you learn quickly that brand name is marketing. And then there's the actual engineering of it, and that's only a question of putting it through the paces, and that goes with anything, right? From tools to radios to cars to anything. Is just because something has a Prada or Gucci or whatever name on it doesn't mean anything for durability and overall quality. A lot of times, obviously there's brands whose name does coincide with quality, like it's a direct correlation, but not always, and especially in this day and age. You know what I mean? Like in this the time that we are now with cost of manufacturing and all the other nonsense, it's really a hit and miss. Like, and that's the thing is we put a lot of trust in. We put a lot of trust in reviewers and we put a lot of trust in stores themselves, but at the end of the day, the only thing I would rely on is guys like you, people who are around who have experience. And it's kind of like the value of talking with your Elmers too, right? It's the same thing as you can say, oh, Ray says I should buy this radio from them. But at the end of the day, when I talk to the guys who are using them every day, you find out about the little, this doesn't work so well, or this is an issue. And talking with people who are using it and have no financial interest is the best thing. So I would say that with anything. If you're going to buy a radio, speak to people in the community, get on the Coffee and Ham Radio's Discord, get on watch the YouTube channels, talk with guys in the chat here. Because they're the ones putting the stuff through the paces, right?
I'm sure just like if we were to talk the best antenna right now, we have 4 guys on the screen, you're going to get 5 answers. But that's going to be based upon how I've used that particular antenna. What was I using it for? How, which is going to be totally different than the 3 of you. So I'm sure the power drill to the router to the Dremel, it's all going to be, again, how are you using it?
Right. That's especially in ham radio where you have some people, like me who does 99% of the time I'm doing portable stuff. My opinions on gear is going to be completely different than, say, Kyle that does contest after contest after contest of this flex radio. Granted, we'll have some similarities, but you got to align yourself with the interests that you have and the purpose that you have. Nothing in this hobby is one size fits all. It's all kind of tailor made for which little niche you go into, and some are better than others, and some items work great for multiple things. Some are really finite for one item.
Well, there is one thing that fits all. The best antenna is the one that gets you on the air.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's one saying that does fit for all. But
I think
that's rare.
One of the things that I think that it did a great service, and I really enjoyed it, was there's 2 things. There's Coffee and Ham Radios did a video series. They asked people to do your shack for under $1,000, right? So obviously there was the financial side of it, which was an economically priced, or I would say a respectful price shack, like something that's more feasible for most people. But also a lot of it was rooted in people's experience with them, right? Like the guy who used the G90 and loved it, he was like, I have experience with this radio and it's a great radio. You know what I mean? Like, and I think most of them were, and I think that's the best advice for the ham radio stuff is there are communities who are trying to bring out the awareness of decent quality products with good results, with tried and tested. And what's great is you see a lot of, like you were saying, there's so many antenna options. Like there is a limit with, there's not 10,000 different radios on the market, like maybe how many ham radios do you think there are on the market for HF? 30, 40?
Well, it all depends. Are we talking a unit that's going to sit? So this is how I break it down. We're talking about a 100-watt radio that's going to sit inside your shack. There's probably anywhere from maybe 3 to 6 under $2,000. And then after that, you're going to go into a whole nother classification of radios, maybe from 2,500 to maybe 6,000. And then from 6,000, I think there's a higher tier of, but again, what are you using? What are you using
because if you go in the other direction below 100 watts, there's so many little QRP kits out there now. I can't even keep track of them all. And the little SDR kits and everything.
But I think for the new person, right? But for the new person, unless you're a very patient person, QRP may be a little frustrating, and we don't want anybody to get frustrated right out of the gate as a new ham radio operator. So I think a simple 100-watt radio, and put your money into an antenna, get it up as best as you can, good feed line. I mean, it's no different than a vehicle. I've seen people go into the tire store and they buy the cheapest tires for their cars, and I don't understand why. It's like your shoes, your feet. Buy a damn good pair of sneakers or shoes. You're on your feet all the time. Take care of yourself. Take care of,
or you spend $1,200 on a rifle and you buy a $50 scope for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Why?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
But You don't
But
tell. I
speaking
don't tell
of
people.
vehicles and ham radios, and back to Steve's point about just getting the antenna up, for 2 years now, I've had a radio set up for my little grocery getter car, and I've been analysis paralysis trying to figure out the best way to mount the antenna on it. Do I hard gel to the roof? Do I mag mount it here? Do I do a lip mount here? And the thing sat in a box for not 2 years, but probably a year and a half. Well, earlier this fall, my car got into a battle to the death of a deer, and it came to a draw.
I've done that a
Insurance
few
came,
times.
so now I got a truck, and I started doing the same thing. It's like, well, I gotta take it someplace, get a roof mount antenna, because I just brand new truck. I'm gonna have it for the next 10 years, so I'm gonna do it right. And
Drill,
I'm
baby,
hemming and
drill.
hawing. Yep, and I'm hemming and hawing, and like I don't want to drill it myself because I don't want it to leak or anything.
Oh, you'll be fine. NMO. They
Yep.
make a
But
let me stop
but
you.
you know what
They
I
make
did?
a special bit for that, and
Yep.
you can't screw up.
And I'm looking into it. I'm looking into different ways of doing it. But in the meantime, I just got a cheap lip mount put on the hood. It's not the best, but you know what? I've talked to
works.
people every morning on my way
If you
back
can
and forth
work,
to work. Yep.
if you can hit those repeaters, that's why I
Yep.
tell everybody the first thing to do is get a mag mount.
Yep.
And be a guinea pig for a week, a couple days, whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I could spend another
Yeah.
6 months hemming and hawing and trying to find the best way to do it. But while I'm still doing that, I'm on the air now. It's not the perfect setup, but it's working. I'm hitting repeaters in the Twin Cities from my area and around here, and I'm actually getting out there and using it. So
Let me tell you something. Back in the days before they made that NMO bit for your drill, you know how we used to do it? First, you do the Hail Mary. You take your magic marker and you mark it on the outside. You drop your headliner down, and then you do your drill bits and different increments. Because as you know, if you go too big, we got a problem.
Hey, what's
Especially
hold on,
if it's somebody else's vehicle.
I'm curious about this.
What's
Misha says 6 may be in trouble. 45 to 55 megahertz. Climate change radar sat. 20 sats going up by Canadian Space Agency, Environment Canada, EU Space France Environment, UK Environment launch in 2024. So, Misha, are you saying that we might lose 6 meter? Just put it in the chat there. I'm just curious about that.
For what? For the Canadians?
Well, Canadians, France, and I think the UK, he said. Yeah, UK. Interesting.
And in response to Ape, I'll tell him my ham sticks worked just fine when I did my 10 Park Rove.
Interesting.
But
the ham sticks don't work on the flat Earth. That's the problem.
now, is that what it is?
Yeah, you gotta be on the globe for the ham sticks to work.
I always say use the best. Like for instance, if I'm at a park, and if I have the opportunity, and this is no disrespect to ham sticks, because I have used hams and I continue to have them. They're part of my. When I go out, I load the truck up with everything. Okay, but when I get to that park, I choose the best antenna for that park. And if all I can do is a ham stick, absolutely make my 12 contacts, get the hell out, and go somewhere else. It's not my first choice, but it's always nice to have. They have never failed me when it's either a do or die situation. But if I can put up a wire antenna, which is going to, give me a little bit bigger signal, absolutely. There is a difference sometimes based on propagation of 1 to 2 S units, maybe 3 S unit difference. It all depends though what you're doing,
Yep.
And if that's all you got, throw it up there and go have fun,
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're all done at night, go down to the shortwave and go listen to the pirate radios. Speaking of, go listen to Kyle's show from last night, AA0Z. Kyle was fooling around in the shortwave portion, listening around at night.
A lot of
shortwave.
pirate radios.
And those ham sticks are great. Even if you want to dedicate at your house a ham stick to the shortwave band, they work great for that too. So just
Kyle
don't,
stream is a hoot. I didn't get that notification. Phil
is that
says
gonna bug you
Kyle's
now?
stream was a hoot. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It was great.
Kyle's being suppressed on YouTube. He didn't pop up on my phone.
Hey,
Yeah.
Scout,
Go ahead.
I gotta ask. I gotta ask an important question. Were you born in
Really?
1975?
Nope. 1974.
Okay. Somebody was inquiring about that. Where's Shaq and Greg? Tell him no.
I didn't see Shaq and Greg in the chat.
Any?
Interesting.
Is there anybody following the World Series? Does anybody care? I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
I'm
I'm not
just
a
glad the
huge
Yankees
baseball
aren't in
fan.
it. That's-
What's the World Series?
You have baseball teams in Canada.
One.
Okay, still it's one, which generates funds for you and tourism. It does,
But
doesn't it?
it-
Okay,
it-
does it?
it's hard to call it the World Series when it's mainly a North American game.
But the world revolves around the U.S. Don't worry about it. It's all
Okay,
good.
I'm glad you realized that. It's all good.
That was called
Actually,
that was called sarcasm. Okay.
I thought it.
I teed that one up.
I thought it just revolved around the Zamboni because, as far as I'm concerned, the world doesn't move unless the Zamboni cleans the ice
Or the snowblower.
or the snowblower.
Dude, I went to my sister's place the other day, and they're like, "Did you see our snowblower?" I'm like, "No."
What'd
bought a
you get?
snowblower? She said, dude, they got this thing with tracks. Like that
Nice.
thing's a.
I've seen
thing's a
I've seen
beast.
them. Nice.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
it like? A nice 32-inch, cut
Oh,
on
no,
it?
it's bigger than that. I think it's like 42 inches,
Oh,
like
dude.
tracks and everything. Like just the spout, that rotates. It's done off hydro. Usually it's done with like a what's it called? Like almost like a
crank.
throttle cable, the steer cable
Yes.
or a
Yeah.
crank. It's
Yeah.
hydraulic. It's hydraulic.
Jesus.
Wow, that's
like-
fancy.
I was
Is
like,
that the
really?
Tesla model?
No,
No, it's
No.
gas powered.
That's
It-
gas
Yes,
powered
definitely
It
gas
uses an
powered.
oil, so it's not Tesla.
combustion.
No, it's quite the machine. I'll tell you that one.
So,
I was a
Molson,
little
are
je- I was a
temperatures
little
dropping
jealous.
now for you? Are temperatures? Have you noticed the
Yeah,
temperature
yeah.
drop?
We've been using the wood stove in the house. My thermal pump died this last summer, and I didn't change it because I was like, summer was almost over, and it's like $7,000 to change it. So I was like, no, I can't do that this year. So we typically around this time of year we use electronic heat with using the thermal pump. You know what I mean? Like you guys know how that works, right? No.
Explain.
Thermal-
Do you have a
it's-
whiteboard? Get out the whiteboard.
Listen, I'm not an expert in it, but
Yes, you are.
no, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I think what it is it uses even in the cooler temperatures, it's able to pull the heat out of the air, something like that, outside,
Okay.
up until -10. So you're not using heating elements in the house. You're not using your gas or your propane. It's somehow somebody else knows better. Pulling in stuff from outside, the heat from even in the cold air up until -15 or 10 or 15. Anyways, that's not working. So we've been using the wood stove, which is keeping the house very comfortable, and so we have been using that. I think it's below freezing some nights, but it's not that bad yet. It's gonna get worse. It's 52 right now, and it's going down.
Scout, you
to-
also too, right? You give notice your temperatures dropping, right? And the foliage coming in, and
Yep. Yeah, I got the wood stove going. It's been nice. It's going to be up in the 70s tomorrow. It's like 65 today. So I actually had the windows open today. I worked from home. Had the windows open to warm up the house a little bit. So
yeah, absolutely.
but yeah, it's winter's coming. But I just got this in the mail the other day. If you don't mind me changing the subjects,
Go for it. Squirrel.
I got a letter from 46 Climbs. That's a
Nice.
charitable organization that I participate with, and you guys were very generous to have me on before to promote it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a little letter and a little patch, and the patch was for thank you for taking charge and being such an incremental part of 46 Climbs 22 team. Your contributions and efforts have reached countless individuals struggling with suicide, depression, and or loss of a loved one. The mission of 46 Climbs is to help conquer suicide. And with your support, we were able to shatter stigmas and raise
Good.
substantial funds for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention and help research, education, and help those in need. We'd like to thank you and present you with this 46 Clans patch for raising over $500 for the American
Nice.
Foundation
cool.
of Suicide Prevention. And
Nice.
I think 85% or 95% of it came from my friends here at the Ham Radio Clubhouse.
Show that patch. Put it right up with that camera.
Yep.
That's awesome. There you go, folks. Look at that. That's some serious stuff, everybody.
Very cool.
So all the funds I raised mostly came from you guys on the stream and all you guys in the chat. My little page, it was just a lot of people I didn't even know, but they throw in their call sign and stuff. So I knew it was through the ham radio community. I think we had like a fund drive that night I was on, and I think probably half the funds came from that one night alone. So,
Awesome.
Great.
and my biggest thing for this is, raising enough funds to get a little sticker patch is pretty cool. But like Izzo, I'm not about the words or anything. And to be honest, I'm not even about raising the money for that. The biggest thing for me is getting the word out and
Awareness. Yep.
Awareness. That's where it's at. Everybody that contributed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. But mostly it's just this avenue to talk about it so that anybody that's in that situation, there's people out there that care about you and are willing to be there for you. And for those who are in a good spot, keep an eye out for your brothers and sisters and make sure that you let them know that you're there for them too. So I'll get off my soapbox, but thanks everybody. So this is officially in the Ham Radio Clubhouse award cabinet.
Absolutely. We're going to stick it on the wall. And folks, don't forget about the national number, 988. Those three numbers you need to know about. 988. You know somebody, whether it's yourself, family member, friend, your neighbor, the guy down the street, whatever. You're walking into a store. Again, if you got to dial 988, dial it for him, help him out. You know, so that's important. And a lot of times, someone just wants someone to talk to, man. And but these people on 988, they are professionals.
Yep, that's a great point. Is I was just going to say that where, a lot of people don't think they have people in their life that care for them, but your coworkers care about you, your family cares about you, you got friends. But if you feel you have absolutely nobody, there is literally somebody sitting at a desk at a phone wanting to talk to you. That's there to be there. So great point. Thanks.
And Plasma brings up Plasma put up. He says veteran suicide is at an all-time high, 100%.
Yep.
Same boat.
This is preventable, folks. This is
I think anybody with honestly any. I think Shane was saying there's always someone to listen to you. I think even in our own community, if there's a brother or sister who's struggling in our own community, I think we might not all know each other deeply, but I think we all care for just individuals as a whole. I don't like seeing anybody, including a stranger that I don't know, struggle. And the Discord, we're there, and you guys should come and be part of a community. You know what I mean? That's a huge part of the battle, is feeling like you have a place to be. And you're more than welcome to come to the Discord and be part of the community of ham radio operators who just want to have fun and, find your place. There's a place there for you. So that's that. Anyways, Shane, that's the second year that I've seen you talk about that. And, honestly, I take my hat off to you and thank you for all that you do for that. I see it's obviously a passion and something you care about. And thanks for bringing it to the community.
And this year, I was good. I went up on the Superior Hiking Trail. I did about an 8-mile hike. And I was going to do some that's on the air activation that was also in a Pota Park. And there's no video on that on the Scout75 channel because, while I did about an 8-mile hike, it's supposed to be about a 10-mile hike. When I was getting near where the state park starts, and then another mile in to where the Soda Summit is, I had to cross a river and the bridge was out. And I did not know that before I started the hike. If I knew that, I would have started on the other side of the park where I could have got there. So I spent the whole day hiking to get within a stone's throw of my destination. I couldn't get there because the bridge was washed out. So moral of that story is do a little scouting before you go out to make sure that the trail's open, and check the trail reports. But it's
You know,
still a
so
great day.
Scout, I'm gonna use this analogy because I want to touch on what four wheeling redneck says. Depression sucks. It does.
Hmm.
We all go through it. It's completely normal. We don't want to go through it, but we all have highs and lows in our lifetime. And what you just did, using your analogy, Scout, you took a different path
Hmm.
to get to where you wanted to go. And sometimes maybe that's what we need to do. We just need to step back a little bit and just realign ourselves, whether it's to our hobby, our personal finances, our relationships, whatever. And again, I don't believe in failures. I believe in trying something different. And a lot of
Yeah.
times, sometimes in life, we are forced to do things that we don't want to do for whatever reason.
Yep.
But go down a different path. Maybe run parallel. Maybe go 180 degrees different. Who
Yep.
knows? You
Yeah.
know
I
what I
can't
mean?
remember who said it, but a good saying I like is I don't lose. Either I win or I learn. And
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I
There you
mean?
go.
So
That's huge.
yeah, that's you always got to look for the bright side in things. There's always good out there in every situation. Like that, I mean, obviously that is a big deal. I didn't get to do my soda activation, but I had a great hike. I got some great
Yeah.
exercise, some wonderful views, and the little kit that I put together from 891 worked out well for carrying around. So didn't plug it in, but hey, it was still fun, right?
Mm.
And Phil talks about that evil funk. You're absolutely right. It is a funk.
Yep.
It is a funk, and you gotta just and listen. You all know my story for the last 10 months. It's
Hmm.
I'm doing it though, man. It's I'm doing it, and we're just doing it a little bit differently now. And um I'm I've made some commitments to myself to, hey, I was able to survive today.
Hmm.
Whether I had a good day or whether I had the worst roller coaster of emotions a day doesn't make a difference. I survived the day, and that's important.
Yep.
That
A,
is important to all of us.
a
You know,
little win is still a win.
Yep.
yes, it's a
Absolutely.
huge win. And we forget about that and wake up every morning and just make the list. I do a punch list every morning of all the things that I am grateful for.
Hmm.
My kids, my house, my job. Guess what I even say? Ham Radio Clubhouse and everybody on YouTube, from the Josh to the Jason to the Ape to Coffee and Ham Radio and everybody, you know, you name it, man. I'm grateful for a lot of things in this hobby. This hobby has really helped me, and that's just a personal endeavor.
Hmm.
Somebody can be listening, guys. If you're out bowling, and you're on a good bowling team, with your bros and your gals and everything. If that's your strength, then go for it, man. Keep doing it, man.
Yep.
Find that niche of yours, and when you got to make your comebacks, do it in small steps because that's what I'm doing, Lisa, and it's working for me.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
doing everything in
Everybody
small.
handles things in their own way, and you just gotta stick to it.
Right,
Mhm.
And
right.
one of my best friends who's been through a lot. Whenever we do some camping and stuff together, and his morning rituals. Whenever he starts drinking his coffee, he looks out the window and goes, "Today is going to be a good day." That's how he starts his day. He tells himself, "Today is going to be a good day," and it's
Yeah. I used to have a boss who used to say, "We're going to have a good day, and if not, guess what we're going to do? We're going to make it a good day.
There you
Even
exactly.
if
go.
even if it's something small, we're going to make it good in some way."
Yep.
And I have learned too, guys. If you're looking for any suggestions, you see the old lady behind you at the drive-through or whatever, buy her a coffee. She doesn't have to know your name. Just buy her a coffee. You know what I mean? You see somebody fumbling at the grocery store in the self checkout because we all know we can't stand those self checkouts because we should be getting 5 to 10% off because I got to do my. Someone's fumbling with a little money and they need that 18 cents. Give them 18 cents or just throw them a buck. The hell with it, man. Or tell
Hmm.
you what, help them put the groceries. Help them put the groceries inside their vehicle for them. Especially with this inclement weather coming up, there's a lot of opportunities to do good,
Hmm.
to sincerely do good from your heart. This is not about
Yep.
scoring points with the big man. This is about doing things just naturally from your heart and be that person. You know,
Yep.
find that new ham in your club or whatever. just take them aside maybe and say, hey, listen, you know that, up at the table, they're talking about all this nonsense. After the meeting, let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. And I'll bet you that 20-minute conversation will go a long way with that new individual in the group.
You know,
For
I'm
sure.
I'm I'm sitting here listening to you guys. My mind's going to a different place. I'm watching these comments come in. Pat saying YouTube and ham radio helped me with PTSD. Pat served in the Navy. I'm just reading comment after comment, and the only thing I can think of, and I don't mean to bring attention to this, is just how vital hobbies and communities are to people and their mental health, and to, I don't mean to get personal, but I remember when Sue passed away, and we had late night discussions, the six of us in the back room Discord,
Hmm.
and even just the viewers and how we embraced you, and we had our memorial service on the stream together, and then you go into different places like YouTube comment sections, QRZ, Facebook, POTA group, Facebook in general, and some young guy asks who's just getting into the hobby, I bought myself a Baofeng UV5R or whatever, or I bought this antenna, and you get nasty comments for simple things.
Yeah.
Like, look at the troll face. Look at the troll face. And if people realized, and I think, like a lot of our viewers are all spectacular viewers, I'd have to say, the power of words to build and to destroy people.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't like everything that everybody says, but I think that, like, just seeing, because, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably like some people where it's like, oh, here they talk about this. Like, I value bringing awareness to suicide, but I don't, but I do, but I don't like harping on topics like this, right? Like, you know what I mean? But so I'm sitting here listening to you guys and sort of being convicted of my attitude towards that, right? Because the proof is in the pudding, like we were talking about the radio, about, like the people who use it, like the tools, right? And while I might not be there, I'm reading these comments in the comment section, and my dismissiveness, which is not, don't get me wrong, it's not being like I have no sympathy. It's just like I don't like. I'm a choleric guy. I don't like talking about this stuff, right? Like I don't like. I don't like talking personal emotions, right? So to me, it's like, okay, let's read on next. But that's me, and I'm reading these comments and how much the hobby, the community has impacted people. Like, if that spared people from making a decision that would be life lasting, I need to put aside my own personal thing and value that. And I'm thinking about that as a whole, and just how we talk to each other in the ham radio community, whether you're on 7200 or whether on your QRZ, and some people take joy in destroying people. And my plea to people is heed the warning of what's like what we're reading, the testimonies in the chat, because you look at high schools today and what some kids' decisions make because of online bullying.
It's
that are
bullying. I was just going to tell you, it's exactly what it's bullying, Molson.
And I would hope that it would make people think twice about what they say, because words are like arrows and they can pierce to the heart, and it can make people make decisions that they'll regret, and we need to build people up and encourage each other, because these last 3 years have not been easy. If you look at what we talked about numerous times on other shows and stuff, like how people have come into this hobby, it might have been the gateway, but the gateway to finding some sort of comfort or some sort of, you know what I mean? Like little things. Some people it's religion, some people it's movies, and some people it's ham radio.
Well, Molson, how about this? It might have brought us into the hobby, but what's keeping us in the hobby? I mean, I was devastated, and I'm still devastated at times. Don't get me wrong. It's a process. It's called grieving. We all have to do it at various times. But this hobby, for me personally, that I would never think, and you guys know me. You guys know me again now for a couple of years now. This hobby has always been my passion. You know that, okay? But this time it's different. This time, this hobby is saving me from going deep and dark. And I know sometimes it's harder than others. There's times when I want this show to go 24 hours a day, and we know we can't for obvious reasons. But again, just to throw on a radio used to be the hardest thing for me a couple of months ago. 6 months ago, I couldn't even put a radio on. Now I'm putting the radio on again. Now I'm making contacts. I'm doing a little bit more. So I think if this hobby, as an example, is going to help anybody who's going through some rough times, work the hobby. Work the hobby. There is FTA again. You guys know me. I'm not into FTA, but for crying out loud, it looks like FTA is almost available. What, close to 24 hours a day, maybe. If not,
Oh,
at
yeah.
least maybe 16 to 20 hours out of the day. Go do FTA. Go do something. Go listen to shortwave. Go do something in the hobby. Maybe teach yourself CW. Teach yourself something. And again, the small baby steps will keep you occupied and maybe start bringing you down an area within our hobby that you never thought you were going to do. You never
Hey,
thought you were going to do.
does this qualify ham radio as a service? Just asking,
Shut. Oh,
Well, I mean,
man. God, I wish your internet went down.
What's going on here?
Well, hey, on something real positive here, folks. Molson, I want everyone to look at Molson's shirt. Everyone know Molson normally just wears a plain, generic black T-shirt. But
That
tonight,
is the loudest shirt in his wardrobe.
that shirt, and I told him right before we
I love
started,
it.
it looks awesome. I
Yeah.
agree, Shane. That looks awesome on him. Bean did a great job. Bean made you look good.
Yep.
well, that takes a lot.
That takes a lot. She had Frankenstein to work with, and now look what she gets. Tom Selleck.
I'm bringing sexy
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, you brought sexy.
I'm bringing sexy back. I gotta stop because we'll get demonetized because it sounds so close to who sings that song.
Yeah, that guy.
Hey,
Anyways, listen.
Okay.
Let's move on from that.
Shane.
Depressing.
Check the private chat.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna in a little bit we'll bring some people on. I know some people want to come on the show, some of our viewers. One of the things I like for viewers when we do put it out, if you work CQ worldwide, come on, tell us how it was, how many contacts you made, and all that stuff. What else you got on your list there, Izzo?
Okay. I found this very interesting, and I think you and Scout can start us off with this. Guys on Twitter, I believe it was Twitter or Facebook, one of the ham radio stuff. Because and can I just quickly throw this in for 30 seconds or less? A bunch of people on Facebook and the various groups, you're doing a lot of complaining. Guess what? Stop complaining. Ignore the idiots. And don't use Facebook as your soapbox. Guess what? Take a snowball and throw it real far. Okay, go pick up a pine cone and throw it at a snow. I don't want to say throw it at a squirrel, because then all the squirrel lovers I'll be getting everything from the ASPCA and everybody else. Just go take a rock and try skipping it 4 or 5 times in the lake. Okay, get out your anger, get out your frustration. Don't bring it to Facebook. But one of the interesting things I saw was extreme cold temperatures. They were asking if guys in the field for soda and POTA or any other type of field ops, whether you just want to go play, maybe winter field day, are you using a different type of feed line now that the temperatures are going to start dropping into those extreme cold weather? Scout's looking for something.
All I use is RJ316. All year
What
round.
length? What length? What frequency? What do you for HF?
Yep, for HF. I have like a 30-foot and a 20-foot length I use in most of my packs. And I have a few jumpers like this. But
Scout, tell everybody what's in. Let's just say from December 15th to we'll say April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going out and you're doing your wonderful adventures,
yeah,
what's the temperature? 0, 20?
Sometimes if you like here's one of the lengths I have. That's the longer length. Here's one of my roll-up kits where I have pretty much
Look at
We're
that,
kinda
folks. See, you come to Ham Radio Clubhouse. We help, we help mental health, and then we get into go kits and other
Yep.
important things. See, we do
Yeah.
it all here. We
Well,
do it all here.
Yeah,
So
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Izzo, I want to jump back to 46 climbs for just a minute.
Absolutely, go for it.
Jody brought up a good point. Shane's just a couple $100 away from his goal. His goal was $1,000. He's sitting at 780. I just dropped his link in the chat. Let's see if we can get him over that $1,000 mark, guys.
Thanks, but you guys really don't have to.
Yes,
I
we
know.
do. Yes,
But
we do. Yes, we do.
We're talking
Well worth
$200, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got this is my main kit for the 891. And I keep the 891 in it. And then, it's all departmentalized. You see I got power line, feed line.
Do you wrap the
X-ray
radio in a
pills.
blanket to keep it warm? With a little ventilation coming out for the back for the fan?
Typically, it depends on how cold it is. You'll see some of my videos. I've been out when it was like minus 10 degrees, but then I stayed within my Jeep. Just run I got a soft top Jeep. I'll just run the feed line right out the window.
Smart man.
And
Steve will
everything's
tell you
set
that,
up.
right, Steve? Even in Connecticut, what do? At a certain point, we
Yep.
stay inside our vehicle.
That's it.
But you'll see me, I'll do a hike in Poda or a soda in the wintertime. And then my limit is it's got to be at least 20 degrees outside Fahrenheit. Typically like that.
But the key is the feed line is the RG316, you said.
Yep, that's all I ever use is
Interesting.
RG317.
Wilson, what about you? You use anything different for your any permanent installations at the house?
It's all LMR 400 there.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, I bought a spool. I had a good price on a spool, and I just did all my runs with that.
There you go.
I have a roll of hardline that somebody gave me off of a silent key for when I do my tower. And so I don't know if it's long enough. I don't think it is, but I'm going to use that. I'm going to use hardline for the other tower I'm going to put up when I can. So
well, make sure you take Steve's advice and make sure you measure
I also
everything.
have some I added some RG213 last year going out of the shack as well for my my beverage antennas, my receive antennas that I set up in the wintertime. So yeah.
But their trick is sorry, Dan, but their trick is not necessarily keeping the radio warm, but keeping the battery warm. Like when I do a hike and stuff, I'll take the battery, and this old backpacking trick just for cameras or everything else is I'll put the battery within my base layer, zip it up, so it keeps my body heat onto it. Because you gotta keep that battery warm. So
yeah, absolutely, good point.
Yep, that's about the only thing I do. And
because I'm going to put the I'm going to put the. Are you cool if I put the link in the chat for some viewers to come on in?
Yeah, so go for it.
Yeah.
But and I thought it was very interesting because, like here in Connecticut, again, we don't know what we're really going to get for a winter. The experts could say one thing. Guess what? We'll discuss it in May when it's all over. But again, what we get here. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have our temperatures extreme, but excuse me, but it's not what you're going to get in Molson's territory, Scout, your area. You guys are just, where your high for the day could be, 20, 25. I
don't know. When I was up there in January, it was pretty freaking cold.
Okay.
We'll typically get like a week stretch where it doesn't go above zero, but it's just put up for a few weeks and then you move on. Right. Hey Richard, how's it going?
Richard, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing, man? That don't look like a Peterbilt to me.
It never was a Pete.
All right, what was it?
It was a Kenworth.
All right, it don't look like no Kenworth to me.
That's right.
You got the best chair tonight.
Absolutely, and just wanted to say hi. How are you? And hopefully everything's going good.
We're all doing well. Did you participate in any radio stuff while you were driving around this last weekend or anything?
Actually, I've been home for the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
Wow.
Truck broke down, and the revenue hasn't been good enough for me to take and try to get the blooming thing fixed. So
Mm.
Steve and I are kind of in the same boat, having to find another job.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So as far as doing radio this last weekend, I went out and I fought, and I mean I literally fought for spots between CQ Worldwide to try to get POTA activations down. Oh, that was a mess.
You couldn't slip nothing in anywhere, could you?
Work bands.
Yep.
Right.
Well, let's put it this way: the work bands were even jam packed.
Oh.
I mean, it was ugly.
Now, what bands were you attempting to use?
Oh, I started on 20, wound up going to 17, and let's see. I think I finally ended up activating my second activation on strictly on 10 meters.
Mm.
Now, I saw 10 meters has been popping real nice.
Well, last Friday, 10 meters was hot enough that I was able to take a friend of mine that is a tech only and get her very first POTA activation.
Nice.
Way to go.
Oh,
Way
awesome.
to go.
See, hammering it forward, showing somebody what to do and how to do it, and try this and try that. Right. Excellent.
And let's see. Well, last night or yesterday evening, we tried it again, and 10 was a ghost town. Way we wound up finishing her up and me up for that matter was 10 meter FT8.
Now, the last cycle, I'm sorry, 2 cycles before, what I remember when I got licensed in 1989, I remember 10 meters we were at sort of at the peak, I believe. And from sunrise to about noontime, it was all DX. There'd be a break for about an hour or two, and then the afternoon, early evening, it would be all, 4 land, 5 land, 0 land. You can kind of work a little bit around the country, a little bit into South America. That Belize, I used to call it the curve.
Okay.
That lower end of the Gulf of Mexico and everything, and very enticing for a tech. Very, very enticing.
Oh, absolutely.
Not a big antenna. I was using just 25 watt. Excuse me, I was using one of these Unit HTX 2510s or something. I think it was called. I know Radio Shack had their knockoff model. Just 25 watts, 30 watts peep, and a very simple antenna. I used some CB antennas. I made a Moxon, made a wire antenna. And as we know, with 10 meter, it doesn't take much when that band gets open. But when the band dies, it's kind of disappointing because it's like all that fun and somebody just pulled the plug.
Reading in the comments here, Misha the Bear is talking about back to work grants. California may have the grants, but I'm in Missouri. I don't know if Missouri even handles such a thing.
Do you have an excavator?
Who, me?
Yeah.
At times I wish.
Oh, darn, I was going to say, Kyle could probably hire you. He's got this landfill that we're trying to find some buried treasure.
Oh, God.
And we actually have a map of it.
Yep.
Oh, really?
But it's sort of like finding the needle in the haystack. But
Put it this
Bitcoin
way.
wallet on a.
I'll put it this way: if I had a big enough excavator, I'd bury this truck that I've got.
Yeah, been there, done that. I know what that's
That
like.
good,
It's
huh?
frustrating. It's frustrating.
Mhm.
So, what do you guys do in the trucking industry with something like? Do you say, "Hey, listen, I have 1,000,000 miles on it. It's 20 years old." I mean, where do you start saying, "Is it worth going to something?" When do you pull the plug? What's the kind of the parameters? Something like
Well, in my case, I've got, well, if I was still driving, the clock would still be ticking. So right now I've got 27 years in, 27 and a half. May of next year, if I was still holding the steering wheel, would be my 28th anniversary.
Nice.
This truck that I'm in is a 2015. It's got almost 900,000 miles on it. And I'll be honest with you guys. I am fed up with dumping money into a that I'll never get the money back on.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. Know the feeling. Yes.
anyway.
So you're at that point right now. You're looking at okay, it's 2015. It's not. It's not quite 10 years, but yeah, here I've dumped X amount of dollars, not only to it probably mechanically, but even cosmetically, right?
Actually, I haven't done anything to the cosmetics except add the antennas to it.
You didn't put no lights in on it. You haven't done anything nice. Are you serious?
The thing
Give
had,
give him a lie detector test.
in all honesty, Izzo, the thing had the chrome hubcap lug nut covers.
Okay.
So that was something I didn't have to do.
You didn't put on the Playboy mud flaps or something in the back?
Well, Izzo, the problem with putting the lights on is if one of them burns out, it's a DOT violation if you don't fix it.
Steve's exactly right.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I know. Yep.
So even though it's an accent light, they will nail you to the wall.
Correct.
With those.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I know. Yeah.
Years ago, I was driving a truck. The back of cab lights, I changed the lenses from the clear lens to blue.
Mm-hmm.
I was running them. I'm running down the highway. I'm in Northeast Arkansas. I have a city police officer get on the CB, call me out by company name, asking me if I can turn out the blue lights.
Violation.
He cut me a serious break.
Oh yeah.
And if he's actually a ham and watching the Clubhouse and such like that, double thumbs up to you, bro, for giving me a serious break.
We're talking about Joe Brett, right? No.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
I wasn't in Joe Brett land.
Yeah, don't joke.
I was gonna say because that would have been a hefty ticket for the Blues.
In Arkansas, yeah, absolutely. I've done some volunteer firework here as well. Anything that's sporting emergency lighting, if they're blue, you don't go into Arkansas, even if they're not lit.
Yeah, here's what I don't understand, Richard. You bring up a good point because it's a pet peeve of mine being in public safety now for almost 38, 40 years here. I've always followed the law of the state that I'm in.
Right.
I follow the permit. I do because that's how I was raised. Period. I don't turn them on to get around somebody because they're driving too slow. I don't.
Right.
Because to me, I'm not going to get into an accident. I'm not going to get pulled over, and I figure your name is going to get tarnished, as well as I don't want to stand in front of the chief and say, "Yeah, I did something stupid." I didn't want to do that. Okay. But you get these youths today who are driving these fast cars, who got the bluish tint lights, or they're putting them up these little little lights, micro LEDs over in the hood area, in the spoiler area,
or underneath.
I don't get it. I don't get how this is even being authorized, and I don't know.
Can I make a confession? I've been keeping this for many years.
Here we go.
Oh, you hit a
we
deer.
We pulled it out, Izzo.
Nope.
You hit a deer. You hit a deer running with blue lights.
Nope. When I was 19, 20 years old, me and my friend, we bought the little bubble lights that you can.
Wait, hold on, Shane, hold on a minute. Molson, put on your priest thing for a minute.
Yeah.
We have a confession here.
Yeah.
Hold
On
on,
the
bless.
JC
Hold on,
Whitley
hold on.
catalog, we
Yeah,
bought the
hold on.
little bubble
JC,
magnet
the
lights.
JC Whitney kind. Hold on,
Yep.
hold on. The Bless Me Father speech is gonna have to
Yep.
come in. Hold on.
The little
Let
bubble,
Fa-
the teardrop
Hold
bubble
on, I
lights,
can't hear you.
they're
Left-
red and blue.
Wait
That
for
plug
Father
into your cigarette
Molson.
lighter.
Wait for Father Molson to enter the
All right.
confessional, and then he's gonna throw some holy water at you in a minute.
All
So
right.
hang on.
Yes, my
Okay.
son.
So me and my friend we're 19 years old. We're all high school, but yet not old enough to buy alcohol in Wisconsin. We had to be 21. So we bought red and blue, the teardrop magnet stick-up lights from AC Whitley, and we'd find out where the high school kids were partying, and we can drive. They'd be out in the woods on the public land, and we come flying down the two trails with the lights flashing. They'd all run off in the woods, and then we'd take their beer and leave. We did that all summer long. We never had to buy a beer.
Oh, this is gonna be. What do you think, dear Father, for a penance for this?
Yep,
I
there's
think,
a lot of high school kids that got ripped off.
10 CQs, and yeah,
On
I don't know.
7.200.
Yeah,
In CW.
on
It's-
7188, do 10 CQs and 40 please copies.
Oh,
Oh, God.
And the best part of it was a Chevy Cavalier, so it doesn't even look like a cop car. But
You had a Chevy Cavalier.
My buddy did. Red Cavalier.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
The Red
Jody
Rocket.
says, Jody says he wants to hear Father Molson absolve Shane of a beer sin. That's hilarious.
Wait a minute, where's Snack for this one?
right.
Right.
Yeah.
The man's
Scout,
making
did you
money.
have-
So
Scout, did you here in Connecticut? So in 1980-ish, 81-ish, they changed the laws. So I was able to buy beer, not buy beer, and then I had to wait. It was like one of these. I went through a
Mhm.
3-year cycle. This baby face could not get into a package store.
Yep.
Even when it was 21, I think it is now, or whatever it is, but
Yep.
or 18, whatever. But it was like ridiculous. It sounded like you guys had something very, very similar going on. With
Yeah,
the laws
well-
changing and everything.
No, for me, it was the laws changed about 10 years before my time. It was 21 for a long time, but like I said, I was 19 years old, and me and my buddy would just steal the beer from the high school kids because we knew we're in that age where you still had friends that are at that age, so you know where their parties are, and our older friends.
So
at
what
the
were they
bar
drinking?
where we
Miller
could-
Lite?
Oh no, this is northern Wisconsin. That's highbrow stuff.
PBR.
They're drinking like no, they're drinking like Old Milwaukee or
All Milwaukee Rhine. Were they drinking the Rheingold? The
Rheingold,
Rheingold
yep.
and their nice glass barrel
Yeah.
bottle.
Oh man.
Old Milwaukee returnables were very popular at that time. But yeah, one summer we'd find out because there's wildlife areas that was where the high school kids would. They'd go down the old logging roads, they'd get a bonfire going, and we just come flying down there. My buddy's 91 Cavalier with a little fake police lights spinning, and they'd all run off, and we'd grab a 12-pack and take off.
My God.
Oh.
Before we let you on to the stream, we should have done a thorough background check. See, this is what happens when you don't do a background
Yeah.
check.
Well, I mean,
Well,
we got the tricycle bandit on every week, so
Yeah.
True. And I think the statute of limitations has ended on that
Yeah.
particular infraction of
Yep.
life. So
Yeah, but
and
me my
listen,
buddy, we-
listen, there's a devil over here on this shoulder
Yeah.
laughing, saying, "All right, Izzo, you better keep your mouth shut." 'Cause
Well, and Richard started talking about the blue light and stuff. I'm like, oh, I haven't thought about that for decades. They're like, oh man, there's a blast from the past. I gotta tell
No.
somebody that story.
Richard brings up a good point because every once in a while on the highway you'll see certain trucks with certain lights, and you'd be like, "I think that's not quite right. It should be." We were always taught solid red in the back, solid amber in the front, and that's it. And nothing flashing unless you're doing an overweight load or some other type of
Right. And usually the flashing should be amber.
amber. And usually you should have I would presume, again, I'm not sure if there's I know in Connecticut, Connecticut has its amber, it's certain light laws. I was teaching my kids this a couple weeks ago. We were talking about different color lights. And I said, yeah, funeral homes. In the state of Connecticut, you can have a purple light if you're part of the mortuary. I'm not
Mhm.
sure if that's a national thing, but I know here, but I've never seen a funeral home, with the lights. And, of course, my kids made the laugh saying, yeah, Dad, as you get older, when you go to retire, you and your lights, you can just cut everything over to purple and put on
I,
a suit and tie and go to work every day.
I have seen hearse with green and amber,
Green and amber. Yeah.
but I can't remember what states they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Here in
getting
South
back to
Carolina,
what
they
you're,
use purple.
there you go. So Richard, so getting back, so you really didn't financially from the cosmetic standpoint, you really haven't invested a lot.
No, I
But
haven't.
you've done some radios though, right?
Uh, yeah, I've done uh,
Here we
quite
come.
a
Here we
few
go.
radios,
Here we go. See, this is where. Here we go.
but this is from the time that I actually got into the truck that I now own. Basically, I have rebuilt my home shack. I think I'm on the third incarnation of it.
Mhm.
Uh, I've went through, good God, how many radios in the truck itself. Uh, well, I've got the Go box that I use today. Uh, it's got a 7300 and a 4100 in it.
Mhm.
Similar. Yep.
I picked that one up in Orlando.
Now let me just stop you for 1 second. Now, see,
Okay.
we as hams here, everybody watching, if you told us you've got 6 radios, we're gonna be like, that's nothing. If you tell us you got 10, that's still not nothing. Because we as hams know that's nothing. But
Exactly.
somebody who's really not in the hobby, they're gonna be like, oh my God, you got 6 radios?
Wait, Izzo, you've got 6 just in the center console of the truck, right?
Yes.
I was thinking it was really like 4, but okay.
Let's see. Okay, you guys remember whenever I donated the 891 to Plasma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm counting that one in my count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Keep going.
and I haven't even got to the handhelds yet.
Yeah. See? See?
I'm going to say safely, there's probably a dozen radios that has been in that truck at one time. And that's counting the handhelds as well.
All right. I'm getting a text message. While you're doing that, Richard, I'm gonna bring up a picture here.
Okay, go for it.
You keep talking. Then I'll share. I think I got a picture of the inside of my truck here. I don't think it's a lot, but
If you don't, I do.
no, it's not a lot. It's
I'm jealous. I want a console like that. I just don't have the vehicle to put it in.
well, trust me, my next vehicle will probably not be like this. So it was just one of those things where you do it, and I mean, I'm glad I did it, but let's see here. I'm almost there.
Because I'm not sure they make a console like that for my Malibu.
All right, so I got to do what? Share my screen. Um, It's been so long since I've done this. How do you share a screen, guys?
There's a present button down at the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Okay, can you guys see that now?
Nope. Did you add it to the stream?
Yeah. Does it take a little?
No, it's usually instant.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. How come it's not doing that?
You're logged into Back-A-House, right?
Yeah. Let me try this. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share. Boom. Did it do it yet, Steve?
Nope.
Wah, wah, wah.
Really? Really?
Yep.
It says it's. I mean, it's telling me it's sharing it.
So at the bottom of the StreamYard,
Hmm.
there should be a. You should see it down there, and click on it and say "Add to stream." I'm not
Yeah,
logged in, or I'd do it.
that's what I did.
Hmm.
No, I don't want to do that. Oh, don't you just love technical difficulties here for the technically challenged?
Let me see if I can get logged in here.
I'm back.
Oh, good. You can help him out then.
What do you need?
He's trying to add his
How about now?
stream.
Hey, there you go.
There.
Did it take it?
Yeah, it's showing.
What's it? Whose is this?
That's Izzo's.
That's nice. Nice.
So
do
obviously
do you
from
have
the
do you have
bottom,
a
from
badge
the
you wear around?
well, only when I'm working. So obviously one is a scanner. The next radio up is for a DMR, and that's also going to be converted over to DMR slash GMRS in the next week. I'm just waiting for a new antenna, a wideband antenna to come in. Second one's going to be for my fire radio. The next one up is all VHF. That's the light and siren kit, and then there's the D Star, the ICOM 2820 D Star. So, but like you said, so that's a permanent installation.
Right.
You know, that has nothing. You know, that's just for from anywhere from driving around town to going on a road trip and having fun.
Now, that's
know.
what? A Chevrolet product or
Yeah,
something
that's it.
similar?
That's also Chevy 2015, which I am also Silverado 1500. And Richard, ironically, I'm getting frustrated with putting money into this thing too. I think I got some gremlins in this truck, and I don't know.
Oh, I know I've got gremlins in that semi.
And everything. It's just kind of, getting me a little frustrated. But again, some people say, well, you should have bought a Ram, you should have bought a Toyota, you should have bought the Ford. Guess what? I think everybody is having issues with their vehicles at a certain point, so you can't even go down that road of. And Phil, no, I decided not to put any HF in there while I'm driving. I don't. My trips are not that long. That's why I prefer to have the Go. That's why I built, again, for my use, I built out the Go boxes. And that's why I have two separate Go boxes. Actually, I technically have three because for the 705. But I rather have my Go box this way here. Now, do you want to sit inside the truck? You want to sit on the tailgate? You want to go sit on the park bench? You want to go sit on the back deck of your in-laws, or whatever. And to me, it's always been about flexibility. I always wanted the flexibility of no matter where I am, whatever I want to do. And if I want to go play radio and have a cigar, this is what I want to do. I want those options. So,
Yep. I'll put it this way. I did opt to put HF into my pickup though.
What did you decide to go with?
7100.
And what antenna?
SD330 Diamond. Screwdriver. It's the same size as the little Tar Heel 2.
Interesting.
Okay.
I believe KAMRD has a video coming out. Tar Heel versus ATAS.
The ATAS. Yep.
The ATAS. So guys, watch that antenna. I'm sure watch that show coming up. I think that's going to be very interesting. So,
And you can actually get a controller for the ATOS to use it with ICOM radios.
Oh, you can.
Yep.
That one I did not know, but I was always under the understanding that the ATOS was kind of fragile, and with the constant vibration of what I was putting this SD330 through, the thing that is shook loose in this thing is a turn counter for my MFJ turn counter that will that has memories on it to where I can take and whenever I come to a stop, if I want to change bands, I can just reach over, hit a button, boom, it's there.
Now, one thing I did add, I added my truck back in the summer. I bought a little CB, probably half the size of this notepad.
Sounds like a Cobra 19.
It's actually a Cobra. No, I actually have a 19. Um, I also have a 26 and a 38
Oh, that's
too.
old school.
Yeah. But it's literally, actually, it's probably about the size of the iPhone. Literally, believe it or not, look at that. And just velcroed it on the side of the console. And just want to, because for CB, I'm listening. 99.99% of the time, I'm just listening.
Mhm.
You know, but it's nice to have the CB back in a vehicle. You know, I'm not gonna. Don't ask me my handle. I just got a text message. No, I'm not gonna tell you my handle, so don't
Oh,
even
come
go there.
on.
Nope, nope, nope. Anyway,
Well, somebody should put their best guess what Izzo's handle is in the chat. I'd like to see what those are.
It's mullet.
it's El Camino boy. No, it's not. I love the fact that Kyle thinks I like the El Camino. I know a lot of guys who had them. That vehicle was just not for me, and I told you I would have lost a bet. I would have thought that vehicle would have been the worst mistake in Chevy's history or General Motors. And from what I understand, they made a lot of money because they did limited production lines, so they didn't overextend themselves. It was a good business decision, from what I understand. Listening to some of the documentaries who claim, they did very, very well with that type of vehicle.
Now, my uncle had an El Camino.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of the first ones by any means. It was one of the later runs of it, but he seemed to like it.
Yep. Me, I was always a truck man. I had a 1982 Oldsmobile Cutlass when that new series came out. I always wanted an older Monte Carlo. I always wanted a 1978 Monte Carlo with a 350. And someday I said I'm going to get one, and probably just drive it on Sundays or something, or drive it to the car shows.
Are
But
you
other
still
than
waiting
that,
on that one?
I'm still waiting on that one. But or like a 70 Chevelle or a 69 Chevelle, something like that.
Yes.
But other than that, man, I've had trucks all my life and everything. And I'm gonna be like Sam Walmart. I'm gonna be like that 90-year-old guy who's just gonna have that old pickup truck and just be happy with it. That's all I want. Just be happy.
Yeah, I've actually met Sam Walton.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had a chance to meet him.
All right.
Holy cow, he shows up.
Look who it is.
Well, hey guys,
Oh,
thanks
hi.
for everyone joining us tonight. Everyone have a good
Love you. Have a good night. Thanks. I got released early, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the show. I was gonna I was
man.
gonna quench my thirst before I jumped in to say howdy.
Nope.
We'll take a standby. Go ahead, sip.
What's up, Shane?
Oh, just doing that work thing.
What's that?
Until they said, hey, if anyone would like to leave early tonight, shoot an email over to the soup. And I was like, fast enough.
See, you're supposed to have that template already done, sir.
Right.
You just reach up and hit send.
Yeah, no
that's
kidding.
That's when you walk in the door and you knock on the supervisor's door. He said, "Hey, listen, if anybody wants to leave early tonight, I like to be the first one based on whatever." So,
I got a feeling it was, if anyone would like to leave. Where'd Shane go? Wow.
And there's
That's
the
more
door. The door's just swinging like this.
Revolving doors just sitting there.
Cloud of
spinning.
dust.
The smoke outline of them like in the cartoon.
Like, but there's his
That's more like
computer.
it.
He even signed off on the computer early.
He must have ESPN.
Now, Shane, in all honesty, what the heck happened yesterday? I was trying to do that public activation up at
I couldn't hear you, man.
8512.
I could not hear you at all. I had that great QSO with Ben for almost a good hour, solid hour 20 was holding up. But every time I tried to find you, if you're in Missouri, that explains it. The only way I could probably get you would be 40 or 80 that time of day.
Really?
Yep. Because I can barely get Kyle in St. Louis on 40, and it has to be in the late afternoon.
Okay.
So you're waiting for 40 to start going long then for you then. Yeah.
Short. Need to shorten up. Early afternoon before it starts going long. There's just a small couple-hour window there where Kyle and I have been able to yap on 40. I didn't mean to take over. You guys continue. I was enjoying the content here.
We're just trying to convince Richard should he buy another truck, and he doesn't have enough, or he doesn't really have a lot of radio. So
I got out of the truck driving industry so long ago. You couldn't pay me enough to do that again.
Meanwhile, they got me over here searching for consoles for Malibu.
Mm-hmm. I did. I think I did 1.6 million miles, and after that, I was like, nope, bye.
What was it that what kind of made you say, "Hey, I want to do something different"?
I got tired of sleeping in a bed that shakes all the time. Because this is before the no idle came out, where you could still idle your truck, and when you idle that thing up at 700 RPM, just sits there and shakes the entire time while you're trying to
like
sleep.
you're in a massage bed.
People pay good money for that.
Some people pay for that.
I was just gonna say, hell, we used to go to a hotel and put the quarters in for crying out loud.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't help that I had straight pipes, so it wasn't the quietest thing either.
Oh,
And
I'm gonna help for that one.
James, I'm sorry, my signal does not suck. This is twice now I've gotten you on HF while you were poding.
Oh, look at that!
I got James on 60 meters.
Nice. I have a feeling he's sitting in the park because I think he when I checked into his stream, I think it was Sunday night, and they were talking, and I think he said something about, on Tuesday night I'm going to be sitting in the park, just waiting.
It's called Magic Fingers.
Magic fingers. Very good, Kurt.
Phil, I did. I just didn't like so my truck was really loud because it used to be used to haul cows. So anyone who's been out there knows what a bull wagon looks like. So my tractor came from someone who had a bull wagon. So it was not quiet at all. It just, I don't know what it was. Just
crying
tone.
cows.
Pretty much. Yeah.
How did you sleep through that, Shane? Earplugs?
Earplugs and what's that? It's not a vitamin, but that stuff, I don't remember what
Melatonin.
That's it. 3 of those. If I take 4, I have nightmares.
So it was just something that you just never really got used to? Is it because after a while the body starts to get used to it? I would think you would have said, something, I need that now.
The only thing that I did pick up from being out there that long was no matter what time of day it is, if I lay down, I can go to sleep. Because if I had the delivery, because I had to adjust my sleep schedule to my delivery schedule.
Right.
Go ahead.
Who had a question?
I had a question. I was just looking at the swap shop page on my local club here, and a guy has a. Let me go to it. He has an Elecraft K3 100-watt transceiver.
Okay.
The K3 ATU modular kit. The receiver transverter interface, the KBPFS bandpass filter for general coverage receive. He has the KFL 3A. It's the 500 hertz 8-pole filter, and the power supply cable and the manual with the box for 1,800 Canadian, which converts to $13.22 US. Does that make sense? So it's the K3 with all the stuff there.
K3 with all that under right at 1,300 US.
Yeah.
That N8YO would be the better one to say, but I think that's a.
Well, it comes with
deal.
Doesn't it come with the? It comes with the. Hold on. I'm just looking here. It comes with the bandpass filter already. It comes with the transverter interface upgrade. How much is it saying? It doesn't say.
$1 million.
SKT is saying good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Oh yeah.
Now in Huntsville, TO got the steal of the century. I think.
That KX, that KX radio, right?
It was. What was that? Steve,
that was the just the K2, not the KX2.
The K2 and FP and Jim was thinking.
Yeah, he took too long.
He took too long. He took too long. Right.
Did you guys talk about the giveaway tonight?
We were waiting for you.
We're doing a giveaway?
How'd you not tonight? Next month's giveaway.
Oh,
Shane,
tell us.
are we doing a giveaway? 'Cause
Or this
I
month?
Oh
wanted
my
to wait.
god! I think we're giving away something
I wanted
next
to.
month.
Well, I wanted to wait because I figured you had all the details because I didn't want to screw it up.
Well, it's only one item, so
Well, see, I thought it was 3 items.
no, it's just a one. We're giving away a DX Commander Expedition live in the chat. No signing ups. You got to be a subscriber, and we're thinking, guys, maybe we should change to where you don't have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes. Maybe it should be longer. I think you should have to be a subscriber
for
for a little
sure.
longer.
Yeah, it's one of those sex bots would win it, and that'd just suck.
Isn't that a son of a?
Oh,
See?
Well, hey, then
Scout,
we'd
you
know
just
where they
redeemed
are.
yourself.
yeah.
We would then know where they are, though.
I think.
Very true.
Why not in
Are they
Ebola?
actually in your town? Oh my God! Really? Get the Nebula and get KC5HWB to build it for you.
Did you all see Cal's video from Monday night?
He's new.
What-
Yeah, the add-on
what-
that he's doing.
That was
I haven't seen it yet.
absolutely beautiful. I
Haven't
the
seen it
first
yet.
time.
Don't want to hear it.
Okay, all I'm going to tell you is I was speechless.
Yeah,
If you could shut me up,
that's hard to do.
guess
Actually,
what? More
it's
Cal
not.
did it.
It's really not because I did it.
What? Shut him up?
Yep, and I have
Okay.
the video to prove it.
And I think I did
So what-
also. There's video to prove that one as well.
No.
So what's he doing? What is Cal doing?
Well, we don't want to talk about it because Shane hasn't watched the video yet.
Yeah, geez, spoiler alert.
No spoiler alerts here.
Go put some cotton in your ears.
I'll just say he built an attachment, or he built an addition to the Nebula
Right.
that is pretty awesome.
He wanted to experiment on 3 bands. Yes, 3 bands.
Yeah.
It's on my watch list. I'm gonna probably see
Yeah,
it tomorrow.
when
So.
When you get a
You know,
chance,
there's
yeah,
so-
watch it.
There's so much ham radio content on YouTube these days. It's hard to keep up with everybody. I'll come in and I'll have 40 alerts for between Ape and To and Josh and all those guys. I'm like, well, I know what I'm gonna do my first day off and spend half a day trying to play catch up.
That's about it.
Oh, you guys know. You want to know part of my weekend? My
What's
youngest son decided to organize his Legos. Now you
Okay.
have to realize we have millions.
That's
of
a
pieces. I'm
chore.
not lying
But
to you.
by
Oh
color,
no, organize it by
shape,
what? By
by
I said by color. I said, or you know,
shape.
by
Size.
4 block, 6 block.
Stage 1 was by color. It has
Okay.
taken
Ooh.
over 10 days.
How many
Okay.
Tupperware containers are we talking?
Oh, I'm not lying when I think we
It's
have
probably
over.
plastic totes.
It's
I have-
totes and totes.
I have 2
and
of those.
totes and totes.
Nice.
And
Probably
totes.
just built a container out of Legos to put the Legos in.
There you go.
Now that's
See,
an
a
idea.
real Lego master, that's what they
Yeah.
would do.
That's
You
right.
have to
Build your own
realize that-
container.
As a kid, all my Legos, right? And then when my grandparents moved out of their house, when my grandmother passed away and moved out of the house, we got all the Legos from their house, and there was a lot. Okay, and then
Yeah, migrating
then
Legos.
my kids get Lego sets every Christmas. Like we have so many Legos, it's not funny.
Nice.
And
I
that's
literally-
the
like
amazing thing
have-
for me. I gotta interrupt because I've been in the molding industry, the plastic injection molding, and the tolerances on those things were Legos that were made in the 50s or 1960s when they first came out will work with ones that were made today. They're all the tooling that makes those things, that makes billions and billions of them, are so exact that they all work together. Just sorry, dork and me came out.
No, that's cool, man. Lego history is cool.
Anyway, so my son just finished. When my internet cut out, I just went into the other room there to go upstairs and reset the router. And they just finished. You have to
swear.
realize that there were some nights we were sitting 6 of us organizing for like an hour and a half. My son has been at it. Saturday, he was at it for 12 hours straight.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Dude,
Holy
we
cow.
had one chest down here, which is 5 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot deep, full of Legos. It's about the size of a fridge. That's not including the bins in all the kids' rooms. That's not included. So when he brought it
awesome.
all, it's just like overwhelming the amount of Legos that we have in our house.
Molson,
And then
have you thought
now-
about doing a video called "We Build, We Learn" with Legos?
That's pretty good go, actually.
dude?
I'd watch it.
I would watch it. I'm being serious. I would definitely
Yeah.
watch that.
I'm
That'd
gonna
be
build
so
a.
cool.
We're gonna build a CW key out of Legos.
We're gonna build Dad's shack, not out of Minecraft.
Listen, I'm
Legos,
still
old school.
editing. I'm still editing the first video of the renovation that I'm working on. So yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. But
They give you a
now-
cloud drive. Just upload it and I'll edit it.
now
We might
now,
see it this year.
Yeah, be patient.
December 31st.
Yeah, December 31st. 11 months later.
You know what I
Happy New
should have? I'm not going to say that joke. Did you guys see my video? I put a video up the other night. So there
Yeah, I
you go.
learned
You
something.
did.
Yep.
Molson,
That's
I'm
something I
thinking,
didn't
with
know.
all those
And
Legos,
why
I didn't
is
know
it,
that.
it always centers around you losing your internet.
and I'm thinking too, Molson, you can do a Lego drawbridge. And if you don't want people in, just bring up the drawbridge. Just do it all on Legos or something. I bet you guys
Willet
can do it.
antenna Legos.
Yeah, you could do a farm.
You need to build a step IR out of Legos.
Well, they do have the
Got the
motors.
little cranks, yeah.
Just run a wire through it. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I'll bet you there's somebody out there who had to use a dog bone insulator for a dipole. Guess what they did?
With the
Pop the
Lego
hole.
outfit.
Pop the hole through a Lego, and there you go. Stayed up in the tree for 20 years. I'll bet you there's some guy out there.
Craig was asking if we're going to do QSOs tonight.
Why not?
My camera always cuts out when I do QSOs. so-
Well, stop running 2,000 watts.
What? Really,
No,
man?
I gotta put toroids on this stuff, man.
It only does it on 40. It does fine on 20.
You got that killer signal on 20
Oh,
too.
be quiet.
Yeah.
All right.
Are the bands even busy tonight?
40 was hopping earlier.
I'll hit the
Bands
I'll
aren't
hit the
busy and-
switch.
The bands aren't busy until you throw out some RF.
That's right. Let's just curiosity. Let's see what the
open up the flex.
conditions say. It's according to the solar terrestrial data, 20 meters is in good shape right now.
You guys use DX Heat?
I
Never
have.
heard of it. What is that?
DXheat.com.
It's like
This
for like
is like some.
It's a
yeah.
Is it like-
no.
This is like something I should Google.
something
you
for
can
like
Google
something
that,
for
but it's
jock
work
itch or
safe.
something.
No. It is it's a spotting page, but they're they've got really the user interface is like modern. It's not like some of the other telnets that are just
Right. What's it called again?
1997.
it's dxheat.com.
97.
You're not going to
Try
get me in trouble.
1987.
Right. Well, I
Not to get
can't
me
say
in-
much because my work computer, the interface for our scheduling software is circa Windows 95, maybe, I think.
Are they that up to date? I figured it was AS400.
No, it's crazy.
I like it, but you know what I use? I'm going to bring it up right now. Come on, baby. Where the heck?
An abacus?
Yes, I use it. I use the balls that go from one side to one side. You know how?
That's an
And the,
abacus.
uh,
Abacus.
Is that an abacus? Don't ask me to spell it.
Thank God.
Now wait a minute. Abacus
We won't
is
even ask
actually
you
a
to pronounce
calculator.
it.
I use DX Summit, which is very similar to your
you would
DX
like DX Heat, and it has like these little speedometer. I'm just gonna pull it up and share it.
speedometers.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, there I
Let me
see
share
it. I see the propagation speedometers.
Yeah. So it kind of takes it's really cool looking. I like it.
Now, if you look a little bit further down, you can see what band is open.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
I
was
like
gonna be
that,
my next thing.
Richard.
It shows like you put in what continent that you're at, and it shows you where all the spots are at.
Like
Oh,
I'm
guys.
showing Europe for 4, South America on 6.
40's banging right now.
Yeah, 40 looks like
Oh.
it's jumping.
You know something, Shane? I like this. We may have to create an account for Don Izzo on this one. I like
Well,
this.
it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
All right, now I gotta look.
See?
See what happens.
See what happens?
A lot of FT8 showing up on there.
Yeah, 20 is pretty dead for me. 40 has a lot going on it.
Yeah, 20 was dead for me also.
Not FT8 now, Misha. Let's see. I don't know. I could find a frequency on 40. Let's go 7188. It's just about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, there's somebody on 7188.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Yeah, at
but you could
dxheat.com.
go to 92. 92 looks empty. I think that might be close enough if you splatter a little bit. It might.
Frequency in use. This is frequency in use. This is Victor Alpha 3 Sierra Delta Oscar.
Banging into here.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Is this frequency in use? This is frequency in use. This is Victor Alpha 3 Sierra Delta Oscar. I gotta tune up. Hold on. I'm gonna do what I shouldn't do.
Here it goes. Audio.
Thank-
Audio.
Thank God for the auto notch.
Okay, you guys are gonna have me switch chairs and get over next to the radio.
I mean, it is a clubhouse.
Yeah, that tune up of Daniels was 30 over on mine. Like I said, thank God for the auto notch.
Yeah, no kidding.
He
Okay,
just
I'm
blew
gonna
out,
switch over. Be
he
right
blew
back.
out the two guys who've been sitting there since 3 o'clock all day.
Right. They're awake.
Every Tuesday night this happens, for crying out loud.
Molson, did we lose your audio?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh, excuse me, guys. Where you at, Molson?
He's at 7.192 at the moment. He's not calling CQ or anything.
7192.
Why do we not have a checker for this?
Do you hear me? You guys hear me? Yeah?
Yep.
I'm on my my webcam mic. See, everything cuts out when I use power. Let's see here. Last call. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? This is Victor Alpha 3 Sierra Delta Oscar.
Hey, I can hear you in Texas.
All right, hold on. I'm
Not
looking at my
booming.
logging software.
I can hear you.
Well, I could. Yeah. I have a limit I can use. All right, I'm gonna mute my mic and I'll call CQ for a couple minutes.
I heard him in someone else's radio. Who was that?
Yeah. That's mine.
I got to change antennas here.
Yeah, he's 20 over here.
Yeah.
He's
I
in the
can hear
weeds
it.
down here. Kilo 6 Romeo Delta Juliet. I doubled with him. Kilo 6 Romeo Delta Juliet. I don't think he's hearing me.
Try him again, Richard.
Kilo 6 Romeo Delta Juliet. Is that me coming through yours, Shane?
No,
No.
you're coming through mine.
Steve, could you hear me?
Kilo
I-
6 Romeo Delta
I
Juliet.
did not hear you.
I'm not running power either, guys.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Shane's like, hold my beer.
I'm limited to 100 watts. So
There. There, now you guys can kind of see the station behind me.
Kilo 5, Quebec, Bravo, Foxtrot.
Doing pretty good. You're coming in 5-9 plus from Wisconsin. All right, keep it up. Have fun out there, my friend. 73.
Kilo 6, Romeo Delta Juliet.
Well, that was easy.
That was me down in the noise.
yeah, I was gonna say, Shane, I could just barely make you out.
Yeah,
And I don't think I was trying
trying
at all, Shane.
on 2 different antennas, the vertical and the 9-to-1.
My noise floor isn't that loud. I'm at like an S4, and but I can't hear a lot of people. I hear people in the noise, but
Yeah, you're hearing me in the noise, I think.
yeah. Let me try again here. Hold on.
Kilo 6, Romeo Delta Juliet. Now, can you hear that popping in the static on my radio?
Yeah, Richard, I can hear it. It sounds almost like a record player that's at the end of the record is just kind of skipping over
That's
over and
exactly
over.
what it sounds like,
Yeah.
Scout. That thing will do that until I actually throw some fire in and make sure the antenna's good and dry. But anyway.
Yeah, I could just barely pick you up out of the noise there. Even 20 was a ghost town.
Just for giggles, I'm going to hop up to 20 and see what things look like. There, I just tuned up.
Oh, somebody's loud.
Yes, KT.
Of course.
Of course.
Got that Mercury humming.
Of course.
You know, 45 Auto, we're working on that. That was somebody mentioned that on the last stream, and I think Izzo's probably got some ideas. But yeah, we're gonna get some. I think when we do that, we're gonna run the Whiskey 2 Hotel Romeo Charlie. That way, whatever station's running it can can get the QSO cards out that way. But yeah, it's definitely in the works.
For the picture, you guys got to use the one you did for the Sealand thing where you're all over the king. That was the best. That was the best.
How did I know that was going to get brought back up?
I don't know. Are we gonna get
Dang
in
it,
trouble?
Shane.
We got
We,
40
we had
minutes of content out of that. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know.
That picture was fantastic. I was laughing so hard that for so long. Each guy was perfect.
I've got a good hole on 20. If we want to try that.
20 might be short. I turned it off. Let me open the radio back up. I can at least listen for you to see if the frequency's in use.
14266.
All right, give me just a second.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Kilo 6 Romeo Delta Juliet asking.
Yeah, I got nothing on my end.
Not even me?
Mm-mm.
You're killing me, Shane.
I know, man.
Come on, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls. I'll probably be on 20 in the morning sometime for a bit. I may do a live stream. I've been debating trying to do a weekly live stream of just sitting around playing radio.
That might be fun to do. What do you think, Smalls? Try 80?
I don't have an antenna that can do 80.
Hey,
I tried to tune that random wire on 80, and it just didn't happen. I think you and I are like MRD.
This guy's Isle of Man.
Oh, wow. Steve, can you hear that conversation too?
Yeah, it sounded. It's kind of in and out, but
Steve, how come you don't have where you can share the face of your 7610 on the air?
I've been a little preoccupied.
He's been
my
busy.
friend.
He's been busy with his CERT classes
You've been
and
busy.
helping out with decorating with Christmas decorations.
Yeah,
But he should be done by next week.
the wife's already got all the Christmas up. Actually, I've got 2 new monitors to put in the shack. I'm going to rearrange because right now the mic cable comes directly across my keyboard, and that doesn't work out real well for me. So, get that over in the corner. Get the rotator connected, and yeah, I'll get everything figured out. Hey, I get the remote working. I was impressed.
Nice.
And now I don't have a job to remote from. So, hey.
All in good time,
Oh,
buddy. All
you
in
will.
good time.
You will. Don't worry. You will.
That's all right. I got the software on a deal, so.
That's even better.
Ed's asking, what did you miss? Ed, if you have 40 meters, 7.192.
Yep.
Ticker at the bottom of the screen. Yes, Jeff. My wife already has Christmas decorations up.
We can try something on 80. And I know Shane can't do it, but anyway.
Yeah, Molson's coming in about 5'9" plus here. He's just nailing it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. He's just tagging my meter here, so.
I don't know. It's weird. I can't hear him in Texas.
I was only hearing him about 3x3 here in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even on the receive loop, he's just tearing it up.
Izzo, you want to try him?
Actually, I'd have to run outside and hit the coax switch to back to. I've been. I rerouted the coax off the back porch into the bedroom.
I have a new antenna that I'm gonna be debuting.
Hmm.
What do you got, Shane? Hey guys, while Shane's looking for that, for Coffee and Ham Radios, quick plug out to our brothers on Coffee and Ham. Their end-fed half-wave kit is now available. Go to their website, Coffee and Ham Radio, and you can get their end-fed half-wave and build it yourself and get on the air. So there you go.
And if
Or-
I can build it, anybody can.
And guess what? And if someone says, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas or stocking stuffer?" There you go. Or any
God, are we already
clubs doing
pimping Christmas already?
any clubs doing any type of raffles. You want to do some type of a raffle for your for your club members. There you go. Nice nice giveaway.
So I got a vertical from this company in Taiwan. So it's got a loading coil like this, right? But it's got like, and I always get these backwards. But is this the SO239 or is it the PL259?
That's a PL259
So
male.
basically, if you had a mag mount, you could screw this on the top of your mag mount, and you've got a coil there. You've got an 11-foot whip, and that'll do 40 through 6. And then if you want to get 80, it comes with this loading coil. So you would screw this on top, and you should, in theory, do 80 through 6.
That
Now-
little
now-
whip is 11 foot.
Yes.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
My guess, if you run a couple, I bet you if you run a couple counterpoise wires, even if they're elevated, I'll bet you can make some noise.
So so I made up 2 sets. I have 2 sets of radials. There's 3 in each bundle, and they're 16 and a half feet long.
Mhm.
So 3 16 and a half feet on either side. So 6 at 16 and a half feet.
Oh.
But yeah, so this is it's the Gable radio, actually N5 SKT. You know, he's the guru of all things antenna. It's the 7350 GRA. And I reached out to the gentleman and asked him to send it to me, and he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, cool." So I think this is a really cool little antenna. It's got like a like once you get it tuned in, you can twist this thing and lock it down.
Okay.
So it
Sure.
won't move. So even though it's up like this, and Bob HOA Ham, he's been doing some testing on it as well, and he added on a longer. He had to have an adapter because these threads are a little weird for the whip, but he added an adapter to it and was able to put an even longer whip on it, and it does even better.
Nice.
Yeah.
Put that
Mike,
MFJ
7'3",
17
Mike.
foot on there.
Yeah.
So long to
Yeah.
Mike K from New York.
And
See ya, Mike.
the other piece that came with it.
Hey, Mike, while Shane's turning around, we got to get you on this show, Mike. I want to get you on the show. Mike, send me an email if you're still listening, watching. Send me an email. I'm good on QRZ. I want to talk to you about getting you on the show.
Yeah, he'd be a good one. He's always on Twitter and
He's having fun.
in the
Him and
chat.
his kid, yeah.
Yep.
Bring your kid on here, too. We promise you
Yeah,
good.
for sure. That's the fun thing. You know, years ago I got on Twitter and I'm not a social media kind of guy, and I got out of it right away. But like last year, I got back onto Twitter just strictly for ham radio with my Twitter handles, my call sign, and the whole thought was I know a lot of you guys are on it and stuff, and if I'm in a spot where I can't get a spot, but I can still get a cell signal, maybe I can post where I'm at on Twitter and stuff. But the Twitter side of things with the ham radio community, there's a lot of fun people on there.
There is.
Oh
Absolutely.
my
There
gosh. I laugh every day and I learn something every day.
Yeah, same here.
As long as I keep Twitter just strictly ham radio.
Same here.
Yeah.
There is no political. You're absolutely right. I have 2 accounts. I have a personal one where all I do is follow some local traffic and cigars. And that's all I care about. And obviously, Smoke Signals RF is strictly for ham radio. That's it. Hey, QBF Shane, there. Show us that tripod, because
Yeah,
I believe
so-
that's the one I have in my wish list on Amazon.
This little thing is
Oh,
awesome.
whoa.
So this is same company, and this little vertical mounts on this little tripod. Now, this thing, if you twist the legs, it will extend out, and you can hold them in place that way. Or if you want to keep it short, then everything folds up.
Isn't that cool? Now, I've
Now-
seen them on Amazon. Have you? Is that where you got
And-
yours, or
and
did
that-
you get it somewhere?
Okay, and it's just a regular UHF thread, the PL.
Female. I believe there's a
Yeah.
UHF female on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And guess
So-
what? And if you got to
Oh,
do it
wow.
at the
This
adapter,
screws right on top
Yep.
of it.
and you can also do adapters if you have to, depending on your antenna. It's no big deal. Adapter's not going to hurt.
And
anything.
if you don't want to, I mean, you can actually lay this thing out flat and sit it directly on the ground.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
It's got a
Be right
it has
back,
a little
guys.
nut right there that and it comes with these eyelets, these that are already set for this size. And what I did
Oh,
was
so you put the radios right on it.
yeah.
Oh,
correct.
Nice.
Daddy,
I'm
wow.
back.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I put that in my wish list. That's in my Amazon wish list.
So what I did was I got one of these little connectors, and then the wires are in there. Now these are all messed up, but they just plug it plugs right into the eyelet.
Oh, that is sweet.
Yep.
That's
It's
on
a
Amazon.
little antenna. Yeah, it
I've
is.
seen it on Amazon. I
Banana
was going to
plugs.
do.
Don't buy it yet. I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna ask the manufacturer for a discount.
Oh, and we can do a raffle, and we can all get them.
So so I'm gonna ask them if they'll let me do like a discount code or something like that for everybody. So
Cool.
don't run out and buy it just yet. Let me. What the first
It's
video
gonna
is
get us
gonna
all
be.
one for Christmas.
I know,
Got
right?
it. Thanks, bud.
Thank
You're
you
awesome.
so much. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
You're on.
Oh.
You're
Hell of a guy. Hell of a
Oh,
guy.
Oh, hell of a guy. See, he
Love you,
takes
bro.
care of his friends.
Yep.
Yeah,
It looks
Scout,
like
what I was
so
gonna
N5
do-
SKT dropped it already. So if you want to go look at it, you can go look at it. I think it's like $120, I think, for the coils and for everything that comes in this package. And then the tripod is separate. So I'm gonna ask the manufacturer after my video if we can do like a bundle deal or something with the
$100 tripod.
for yeah,
Goodness.
it's worth it. It is
That thing is
solid.
pretty
Oh,
sweet.
So if you go to, I know. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to get us a deal. But if you go to HOA Ham, if you go to Bob's YouTube channel, he just had it outside for 2 months, 3 months, all through the summer. Left it outside even during the hurricane, or what portion of the hurricane he had, and it did a really good job. I think Ham Radio Dude also did a video on the tripod, but I
I'm
want to
just
try to
wondering,
see if I
Can
can
I
get.
put the ATOS on it?
Well, I was going to do
Probably.
it with the power pole. I was going to do a power pole adapter and run some radios, but that's
Yeah, Don's right. 1 month for being outside for a month, and the only thing that happened was he got a little tear in the foam. He said everything else, no corrosion, no nothing. It worked great.
Hey, hold on. Somebody put in a comment that made me think about something. Somebody said, "Perfect gift for for the Christmas,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Clubhouse Christmas party." That's Mark, N1
That's
MMO. We gotta.
Maybe we could give one of these away. We'll see.
We gotta.
We'll see.
Yeah, but
one.
I think we
One.
gotta build.
We're all going to.
We gotta build up. The
I was like,
funds
send me the
for,
antenna, son.
We gotta build up the funds for our Christmas giveaways. Because last year we had Santa himself come, and we had Mrs. Santa come. And
I think Santa was a little tipsy last time he was here.
Well, I got an email from Santa, and he was inquiring when we're going to. He was looking at dates, and I told him I'd get back to him because I was looking at the calendar.
Yep. Tell
Oh.
Santa it'll be to be determined. But yeah.
That's pretty much what I told him. He said ho ho ho, and I said okay,
Why is Santa calling me a hoe?
because you're going to give everybody
Because,
everybody
he
who
knows
shows
you.
up. Because he saw you down in Mexico. That's why.
Rude.
He don't forget. He doesn't forget.
I don't know what I did with
That's
it.
not even right.
I think I dropped
Yeah.
it on the floor, but
Ron's got a great idea.
the-
Give
the
everyone
tri-
in the chat one for Christmas.
The tripod comes in a little carrying bag too. There you
every
go.
time I go into Amazon, I hit that. I just look at the wish list, and that thing is sitting right there looking at me.
I got to stay away from Amazon for a little while.
I know. I've actually been very good for the last 2 months.
My delivery
if you're
driver
film-
knows me by name.
And if you're filming YouTube videos, you can actually, this comes with an adapter to hold a camera too. So
A lot of
anyway,
opportunities.
I'm gonna reach out. The owner of the company was super nice, and he thought the only use for these antennas were mobile, because almost all of them are all mobile stuff. And I was telling him how I was going to use this as a portable setup, and he was intrigued to see how I was going to do that. So
Craig,
maybe
thanks
I
for
can
the
get us
super chat.
Craig,
thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
So maybe I can get a bundle deal for the Clubhouse. We'll get a Clubhouse exclusive.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll try. I'm not a super tuber, so I don't even have 2,000 subscribers yet, so I'll try.
I don't even have 100.
The Clubhouse is a hard sell for sponsorships, because like anytime we have been contacted, it's like, yeah, we don't sell our souls, so like
It is.
we'll take your products, but like don't expect for us to be brown nosers. So
Right.
I'm not saying that negatively towards other people. I mean, like,
Right.
we don't play ball very well.
Well, and I ended up, so I'm sure most of y'all have seen the stuff the dude's going through with TID Radio. And TID Radio, I've done a lot of stuff with them and Redivus, and they've sent me a lot of stuff. And I finally I've been waiting. I've had a set of radios in here that Redivus sent me a while back, and they said, "Oh, well, when it's ready, we'll send you the software, and then you can do the video, or go ahead and do the video. You don't need the software." And I'm like, "If I do this video and you don't have the software ready, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell everybody this radio shit, because as it comes out of the box, you can't do jack squat with it, but talk on it like an FRS. When you get the software, you can do repeaters, you can do all that kind of stuff. But if you want me to do this review without the software, you're going to get on this review." So they said, "Well, just hold off on your review. We'll have the software to you shortly." And here we are 6 months later, still no software.
It seems like that's a common thing in amateur radio, where products are released before
They're
products
ready.
work fully.
Yep.
Like,
Before anyone
it's,
test it.
it's like, way to ruin your reputation. Right?
Yeah.
It's like Zygu with the G90 was amazing,
Yep.
and then like fall flat on your face. And
Yep.
it's just like,
The 5105, the G90 hit it out of the park.
Oh yeah.
The G-Sock,
Everything else sucks.
the
the
6100.
G-Sock, the 6100,
The 106.
Sorry, Zaji. I'm sorry.
106.
Whoever you are, I'm not just speaking the truths.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. It's just, I don't understand. Like, get your product in shape and then ship it out. Right?
Yeah. Well, everyone wants to be the first to the market. Like, it's such a thing. They want to get that first initial rush of people, because if K at MRD, or if Josh, or if 2.0 does a video, they sell a ton of them. So they know if they get them out to those channels, and they've got R&D money sunk into them, so they're going to have to recoup some of that. So they're going to go out there and just pimp these things out. But I was like, you're going to get much better response if you give us a quality product to review and not a half-ass product to review.
As well, you got to remember too, you give it to those three guys, as well as Coffee and Ham Radio guys, as well as us, and a whole bunch of other people, Walt Hudson and Kevin coming. There's just so many guys out there. Even if they took 100 units and said, "Guys, go play and give it back to us and let us know. Give us."
Yeah.
So do we need to tweak it again?
And listen.
We're going to work the heck out of that radio or that antenna or whatever you got. Please do not do your R&D inside the lab all the time.
Don't do your R&D when you're shipping it out to customers.
Yes,
that's the problem. Is they send out shit and then they want us to find the bugs for it and then report back to them. No, do your own stuff first. Don't just send me crap, because I'm going to tell you it's crap.
Hey, listen, I know a guy. Where is he? I know a guy. He's right there. For $100K a year, this man will take care of you. You send him all your products, and he'll take care of you.
Look, he's already got the storage space and
Did I do
everything.
good, Steve, did I do good? 100K.
Hey, you know.
Scout, you were about to say something. What did you have, buddy?
I
I think I stepped on you. Is it gone?
it gone.
I'm
Serious,
sorry,
man.
I'm sorry, Scout.
Yep.
Scout 2, 100K a year. Just send him all your stuff, and that man will put an antenna in the tree in the trees for
On
you.
permanent display.
Might leave it up there.
He'll leave.
You
And
need to
12
put
months
it-
out of the year, 12 months out of the year, the man's going to give you a signal report. Got it.
Plasma's
You
already
get one
underbidden us.
antenna stuck in the tree. Just one. Never heard
You
of
take
it.
one trip to Mexico.
Scout.
What are you talking about, son?
Scout, at least
We've
you
been on
built
2
an antenna.
years.
And here, Plasma's already trying to undercut those guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I see. it.
You drank a little bit too much mezcal one time.
okay. Yeah.
And you decided to do a live stream. I wish my phone battery would have just been dead.
No, we're glad it
That
did.
honest review
Oh.
being said, if you're a ham radio manufacturer or a distributor, we'd love to hear
Absolutely.
from you.
We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We
You know-
won't
you know
sell our
what?
soul to the devil, but we'll sure as hell share it with a crowd.
Like we love to have retailers help us get good prices so we can ham it forward like we've been doing. Like,
Correct.
when
Did y'all
we
show the
buy
picture from tonight?
what picture?
The picture from the last month's winner?
Oh,
no.
we should have done that. We should have done that.
Oh, well, y'all keep talking. I'll bring it up.
Okay, bring it up. Get it up.
Yeah, like
Don't let
you know,
us
like,
do it. We don't
if
have all night.
Gigaparts or HRO
Shane, I
or one
got
of
it.
those guys would like to help us when we buy our giveaway stuff, then by all means, like that'd be awesome. Make the money go further.
So Josh was our winner last month, and we someone had donated a ICOM IC718. We got the power supply, the coax, and look at that. So
Nice
he sent us
job.
this picture, and he was on there chasing Poda. Got the kiddo in the background.
While
we're
babysitting.
still, we're
I
still
like
waiting.
Pretty setup.
I like having the kid in the background.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
absolutely.
great.
that's cute.
But
The
he
kid's holding the antenna. No, I'm joking.
No, he's not.
no,
He's biting
okay,
the
Molson,
coax.
you're not babysitting anymore.
That kid recorded CQ Poda for him. That's how he.
Exactly.
Awesome.
But he's still got one piece of the DX Commander was on hold. He ran out of some parts, but other than that, everything is shipped over to him. And I've really gotten some great exchanges from this guy that about how much that meant to him. He can't join us during live most of the time, but he watches us on team replay. And I asked him, I was like, hey, if you get a chance, just send, I want to see pictures of you building the DX Commander, show us the radio when you get it set up. So there you go. So we got somebody, when he
cool.
explained to us his, Steve, did you see
You wanna
that
pull those
from
pictures down,
JB?
Steve?
No.
So I think
up
we
in
saw, was Vern, did I see Vern 6 in the chat?
He was here earlier. He's having problems with his laptop.
Okay, gotcha.
Just
Yep,
I don't
got
know
him.
if you said it because I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at those pictures. But big shout out to Uber Geek who
Oh yeah.
or Sideboom who helped us. He donated
Yes.
the 718, I think that is
Yep.
right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you. And
So
this was
this
our
is
first
the-
giveaway winner.
It was.
Tell us about it,
Nice.
Shane.
So that is I can't remember her name, and Joe Brett, if you'll put it in there, I'll unless you put it in the chat. I didn't. But she, y'all, if y'all didn't see the video, I'll put the link in there. But that was one thing. We got them out on HF. That looks like they're out doing either a Parks on the Air or getting out. Cindy, that's it.
Cindy, that's it, yep.
Sharing ham radio with the friends, and that's my inspiration is to get out there and get everything done. Hey, look who it is. Speaking of,
Yeah. KG7
Josh.
UXX. Josh.
thank you so much. So apparently we'll have the DX Commander tomorrow. And thanks for being here, Josh. Thanks for sharing the
Thanks,
picture.
Josh.
That's awesome. That's one thing I want to make sure that everybody who donates to the super chats and the coffees and the whatever and if you can't, that's fine. Subscribe, like, and watch the stuff.
Right.
Sit through a 2-minute ad or a 30-second ad or a 1-minute ad. Just sit through it. Doesn't cost you anything. Just sit through it. We make a couple pennies off of that, but that goes to doing this, and that's giving back to ham radio community.
All the pennies go in the big old mason jar.
Yeah, absolutely.
That used to be the swear jar. Remember that when we first started? That was
the
the
Bob
swear jar.
Yep.
Yep. The Bob jar.
I'm gonna try to find the other winner and see if I can get pictures from them as well. But if you win something from the clubhouse, share your pictures. We want to show that stuff with everybody to say, hey, I'm not just throwing that stuff out in the wind, and we're actually sharing it with people and getting people on the air. So it's good to see
on the air.
Yeah, it's good to see, Cindy out there with a group of folks. It's good to see Josh out there on the air. Hopefully Josh can make some contacts with us at some point. We'll get him, get a QSO in with all of us. That'd be kind of cool. So, yep. I think Misha, I believe, if you're still in there, I'd like to, if you have pictures of the ham sticks, let me see them. Am I missing anybody that we've given stuff away to?
Oh, we got all kinds of. We've done some
sticker packs.
We've done some. What's it? KM4 ACK antenna.
Yeah, the KM4 ACK and the one from last week will be shipping out.
Stations.
The one that was given away last week, I'll be shipping out tomorrow since I have a day off. So.
It's all about hammering it forward and getting people on the air, experimenting and having fun. So we're doing it.
Josh, I want to see the build. If you do have build video or build collage of photos for that DX emitter, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
We have two expenses as a clubhouse a year. One of them is our StreamYard license for being able to have 10 people on. The other one is our podcast, and then everything else has gone back 100% towards the people. We do just so people know, we have nothing to hide. We do a monthly tally sheet. Like it's all done properly. Yeah. We accountability. And I think I've shown other people like Kyle A0Z Zulu just for transparency and accountability. So everything goes out. I think we've donated to James Lee when he was as a clubhouse. The community did that. Izzo when Sue passed away, and other stuff. Yeah. So, guys, it's not just BS. Like we give 100% back, and thank you so much to our viewers because it's only because of you guys. And your amazing hearts that we're able to do that. So thank you.
Plasma was asking about who won last week. That was Victor Echo 3 Papa Echo Juliet.
Wait, time out. This is awesome. He worked Hawaii POTA on that 718.
Josh, a lot of us are lucky.
Dude, a lot of us are struggling. Oh my God.
I'm gonna need that radio
Oh my
back.
God. Tell me about it.
Dude, I still don't have Hawaii POTA.
Josh, you gotta get on the show for us.
He's in Oregon, so he's a little bit closer than we are.
Josh, if you have an opportunity in maybe December or January, why don't you again contact me if we can get you on the show for a little bit, even 15, 20 minutes.
Sure.
You want to stay longer with us, that's great, man. But we would love to have you on the show.
That's another one right now.
Yeah, and Plasma, thank you so much for the endless supply of solder stations because most of this stuff couldn't be built without you. So
that's right.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. That's somebody that I don't want to just start calling everybody out, but Plasma is here. If you see when the clock starts, and I don't know who was running the back room this at the beginning of the show, but usually Plasma Storm's first in the chat, other than Andy Cowley.
You know what, Plasma. He put a comment there. He says, "Me when my chair broke." That's one that it was huge. How much did we help? It wasn't just us. It was our members and other people. We were on their stream. Was it $1,400?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Cosmo, you can remind me.
I don't recall hearing the number, but
I forget.
I know I dropped the 891 off that.
Right.
Yeah, you gave him an 891. We raised a bunch of money, and it was amazing to see community come together. Amazing.
So long, Mo. 7-3 Mo.
Which, by the way, Plasma, I still want to see pictures with you operating that 891. Okay, bro.
There you go. So if you win something from the clubhouse, get your handheld devices out. We want to see pictures. And if you don't want to send them to us live, you can send them to us or email. hamradioclubhouse@gmail.com. You can put it in Discord. Links to Discord is down below. You can reach out to any of us personally.
Yep.
There you go. Over $1,400 for Plasma Storm.
Yeah.
From all the fine folks that are here every week.
Now
that's kind of why I wanted to get away from the sign up. It's great to offer the sign up, giveaways, but I think having the stuff live here in the chat with people who are here that can be with us. I think that's kind of more meaningful to me because I want to reward the people that are joining us every week.
Right.
100%.
Shane, you're saying you don't have Hawaii from
I don't.
Texas?
No.
But wait, from the East Coast.
Oh, look at him.
Propagation, buddy.
Yes.
You know what? I'm just going to go to Hawaii and do it myself.
But you can't work yourself.
Yes, well, but I can work somebody who's standing next to me.
On 10 different bands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Activated.
Yep.
Craig, I think Craig was making a suggestion, and Joe Brett pulled it up, but putting the pictures on the on our website.
Yeah.
So the
that's a great
website
idea.
is a work in progress, but yes, I agree.
Of the winners, it would be awesome. You know?
Yeah.
It would be like one of those
The winners
infomercials
gallery.
where like, look at who we've helped.
Ham fam.
Yeah.
And
We'll call him.
Plasma,
We'll call him.
you say you're working Mars with the 891 now, and that you'll get pictures tomorrow night when you guys do your training net. You can shoot them to me or any one of the guys here in the clubhouse and get that out to where
Throw them in
where
Discord as
everybody
well.
can see 'em.
Yeah, throw them. Yeah, whatever's easier
Yeah,
for
for
you.
sure.
Whatever works for you. We are almost 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta go, guys. Like I have work in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my wife would like to talk to me before she goes to sleep.
Right. So let's do a last round of hoorahs. We'll start with Molson. I'll wrap it up. So I'll let you go.
I got nothing for you. I
Bob,
just
thanks for the super chat.
appreciate all the
Hey,
viewers,
there we
and
go.
you guys are awesome.
Plasma. Sorry. Scout. I was reading Plasma's comment.
Wow.
I was like, what?
Wow,
When did he
really?
get in here?
Where's Plasma?
Hey guys, that's what happens when you get old.
Yep, just thanks for having me on again, guys, and just living the dream. Like I said earlier, it's been crazy busy, but I got about 4 videos that are in edit mode right now, so hopefully I'll get them out soon. But yep, just having fun, hanging out with my friends.
Well, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for filling in when I can't be here and Joe Brett can't be here and Steve can't be here. It's good to have you guys that can hop in and say hi. Richard, what you got coming up?
Right now I'm in the middle of a job hunt. You missed that one, I think, Shane.
I did. It sucks to hear that.
Well, my truck went down, didn't have the money to fix it, so
Man, get you a dispatch job.
I'm trying.
Yeah. I'm one of those is if get off the road, it'll beat you up.
Oh, trust me, I know. I actually checked into, of all the darn things, how about a warehouse job?
Yeah.
Ooh. Talk about
Pay
beating
rate
you up.
could be better, but okay.
Hey, to start, get in there and show them how good you are, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put you in the office, let you run stuff."
Mhm.
Hell, man, don't worry. A million miles on a forklift, you can do it.
There you go. I've lost count.
But no, in all honesty, I'm thinking about trying to throw CQ out on 80 meters. See
Hey, there you
how
go.
many guys I can work. And I'm going to do a shameless plug here. 3944 guys.
Cool.
I'll be calling CQ as soon as I get out of the stream.
Where do you
Cool.
live?
Guys, work them, guys.
Missouri.
3944 from Missouri. Go for it, guys.
As soon as we're done here. Izzo, buddy.
Just doing my thing, man. Just having some fun, working. And, we appreciate everyone tonight, smoking some good cigars and everything. So thanks, everybody, for showing up and for all of your support, no matter what it
thank you
is.
so much.
Thank you all.
Steve-O.
Yo, yep. So I've got the charity bike ride this weekend that is kind of a ham radio / motorcycle deal. So I'll be doing that. I'm waiting on one part to come in from Step IR, and I'll have that finished, rearrange the shack, and I'll be using that. Have videos to edit, but I may have some free time to do that with. And Sunday, I'm going out with a guy. We're going to do a park activation. I'm going to try to get the rest of my bands for the N1CC at 3872.
Excellent.
Hopefully you're coming to Dallas soon.
Well, if If that pans out, maybe we'll see.
It'll be a fun excursion.
That it will.
And for those Kilo Delta 9 Tango Echo Zulu, put that in your ham alerts. Final Hawaii activation is going to be this weekend, so put that in your ham alert. And so if you don't have Hawaii, I know I'm going to be waiting on it. So I guess it's up to me. I'm the last one.
Pull the plug.
All right. Well, I'm going to say thank you to everyone who's joined us tonight. Thank you for all the support. Thanks you for the Buy Me Coffees, the super chats. Thank you for watching, liking, and commenting. And I'm going to start saying this. If you don't have anything to say after the stream is done, go into the comment section and put a favorite emoji, put a joke, because that analytics will help get this stream up to more people so we can have bigger crowds, we can do more stuff, and we want to promote how much fun we have in ham radio. So when we're done with the stream, go to the comment section of the stream and put an emoji or hey, how you doing, or I like bacon, or Shane needs a new t-shirt, or whatever it is.
I like Molson. Just everyone just say I like Molson.
Barbecue chips, one or the other.
No.
Whatever you like. But thank you to everyone who supported us. We're doing this. We're getting close on 2 years, guys. Almost.
Goodness.
Right? Who would have thought? This side of the radio is my channel. You can find me at youtube.com/@K5QBF. I got the handle. Oh, that's kind of cool. And I'm going to do the video on this antenna. We got a giveaway coming up at the end of this month for the DX Commander. I think, am I missing anything? Anybody else getting got coffee and ham
week,
radios, 2 streams a week?
Real quickly, in the calendar next week, we have somebody I saw in the calendar.
Well, bring it up, son, because I don't have the calendar up.
I thought we have a friend of ours coming on.
Stand by.
We've got, So KC5HWB is going to be next week, and we're going to be talking about his technician class. He's got I should have been more prepared, but I didn't think I was going to be on stream. He's going to have an all-day technician class. And hopefully he's hooked up with Steve so that they could do some testing and get everybody tested out that attends that class.
We're just trying to verify the instructor doesn't already have something.
Nice.
Yep. All right. Then the following week we got Kevin K0KLB. This guy is rocking it from the homeland, the farmers of America. And this
if you're
guy
not subscribed to his channel, you're missing out. That guy is a riot.
And the man can sing. Not only can he operate, he can sing. So there you go.
We'll have him on the 15th. We need to get Callum back. Callum said he wanted to come and hang out with us again. So we may have to pre-record a stream like we did last time Callum was here. So I'm going to say 73 to everybody in the chat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of you guys. I'll hit the button. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
7-3. Next week, you can talk to Father Molson about all your sins.